Today's reading is going to be for the 12 sign forecast. And I don't know if you guys can tell, I have like, I look very like the energy's not here, the energy's gone or something like that. To be honest with you guys, I'm feeling a little sad. You know, I'm feeling a little sad. Just, I guess certain things came up in my life, you know, that were said about me. You know, nobody likes when people are being gossiped about or when people gossip about you. There's a couple of things that were said about me by a couple of people, and I found out. And so, you know, that's the thing about gossiping. You want to gossip, there's a chance somebody's going to find out what you said about them. And so it was really hurtful. It was really hurtful. So, yeah, I'm still kind of healing from that. It was embarrassing. I was embarrassed. And yeah. All right. All right. Let's get started. Yeah, it's okay. It just like got me to see like who your real friends are, who are not. This person was supposed to be my friends, and they went behind my back and did that. And I was like, okay, well, you're not really my friend, you know? Like a real friend wouldn't do that to you, but he did. And so, you know, and I could really have went off. I could have went and told his secrets to people he cares about, but I didn't do it. I kind of want to though, but I feel like there's no point, you know? It just got me to see like I don't want to have anything to do with people like that, be around people like that. You know what I'm saying? Real friends don't go and put your business out there if they're supposedly your real friends, right? So, yeah. So I am hurt by it, so but it's okay. Let's get back to the readings, yeah. All right. 12 sign forecast. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you guys are doing well. 12 sign forecast, 12 sign forecast. Let's do it. 3:38. All right. Aries, these are for the holidays. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Happy holidays. Okay. All right, here. Let's see. Ooh, I draw my box. All right, so we're going to use the backbone astrology cards with the messages of light. I feel like using that deck today. All right, is everybody ready for the holidays? I think you guys are. I'm getting some people are shopping right now. they're doing their shopping this weekend. Yeah, the stores are packed right now for somebody out there. Aries, are you playing something? What am I doing? I'm a tarot reader. I'm reading for you guys. I'm getting some death here. Oh, I feel like there's a death happening for some of you guys. It's like death energy, not like a real death, but I'm getting somebody's like, I feel like somebody's just tired. of their family. They're tired of like their friends. They're tired of like their job. You're tired of something, like something happening over and over again. I feel like you're just ready to move on from something. Yeah, like you're just looking forward to the end of something. You're just done with it. You're done fucking around. You're done messing around. And you're ready to get back to like your life, like a happier version of you, or more fulfilled version of you. Yeah, Aries, this week I'm getting, yeah, like right now you're going through some type of like, you think it's darkness, but it really isn't. What you're actually going through is like a rebirth. Because Scorpionic energy is rebirth. 8th house is rebirth. It's endings and beginnings. So I'm getting you preparing yourself for a rebirth or for changes, massive changes. And it's not just because it's the new year. I feel like there's something about you wanting to change something within your environment. So this is either a job, you're leaving your job and you're not telling anybody. Your family, it's like you're moving and you haven't told your family you're moving. So whatever this is, it's like you're leaving something behind. It could even be your friends, your so-called friends. I'm getting you're just tired or you're not fulfilled in that environment anymore, which is why it's like you've been ready to go, but you just needed that one final push. And I feel like this month, it's that push that you needed to get the fuck out. Hi, welcome. 6, 7. Yeah, I still don't know what that is. I don't really pay attention to social media like that. And I'm on social media, right? That's crazy. All right. Chiron, yeah. I feel like somebody's been bitten, or like they've it almost seems like you lost yourself on this dark path, or this environment was really taking from you energetically. So like you feel exhausted all the time, more than usual, or it's like you've been stalling on certain things, certain projects. You haven't been feeling happy because of whatever this is. It's like you've just been not yourself, or you haven't felt like energized. You haven't felt like, I don't know how to explain it. It almost seems like it's like this is what you want, life purpose. And the people you keep surrounding yourself with kept taking. It's like these people don't have life purpose. This environment isn't filled with light and positivity and goals and dreams and aspirations. It isn't filled with that. This environment is like dark, and it's filled with regrets and blame and shame. And it's like whatever this environment is that you're getting yourself out of, it's exactly what you need, because it's like you're on your way to your life purpose. You're on your way to a happier, more vibrant energy or environment. 8, I'm getting 8 again. It's Chiron, it's healing. It's like, yeah, it's like you're choosing to be happy again. You're choosing to try again. You're choosing a different lifestyle is what I'm getting. I'm getting somebody here has like, maybe somebody thought they gave up, but really you didn't. You've just been in a dark place is what I'm getting. And the environment you were in wasn't helping you. Yeah, but it almost seems like some part of you thought you gave up, but you didn't. There's a part of you that's just, you're hungry for more. You want more, so the universe is like, okay, we're gonna give you different options. Once you say you want more, the universe gives you options, and you just choose those options. It's like, yeah, it's like you want to get out. I feel like somebody felt like they were imprisoned, or like stuck in certain things, certain addictions, certain lifestyles that they couldn't get out of or didn't want to get out of. Let's see what else. It's demonic. What's demonic? Oh, excuse me. What's demonic? Tarot's demonic. You know, I'm just gonna start bullshitting y'all, and I'm gonna start saying things like I'm demonic. Just so that you can feel better about yourself because you don't even know me. If you think tarot's demonic, you're an idiot. I don't even need the fucking cards. I could read your fucking future. I could read you. I could read your potential. I could read you. That's how funny this shit is to me. You guys are idiots. You're mad because you can't read the future. You can't figure it out for yourself. That's your problem. That's your problem. Sorry, y'all. Anyways. All right. Yeah, I feel like somebody's just done. Whatever this energy is, you're just tired of it. If this is like energy, it's like you're tired of being around energy that's dead. Doesn't have aspirations. They don't have dreams. There's nowhere to go. It's too much darkness. All it is gossiping. All it is like negative energy. All it is like shit talking. It's never anything good. I'm getting you've been in an environment that nothing good comes out of it. That's scary. Yeah, I feel like you're just done. All right, that was for my Aries. Good for you. I think you're choosing something different or something better. Yeah, remember, even if this is a job, maybe that you get paid very well, but it's like it's very traumatizing. Whatever this is, this environment is very traumatizing. So maybe your boss is an asshole, or maybe there's a lot of bad stuff happening. Maybe it's an environment where addictions thrive. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you've known this for a while, that it's time to go. But that's the thing, some part of you looks forward to this. You look forward to moving on or starting something different. Yeah, good for you. Good for you. All right, that was for my Aries. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hello, Jacob. Hello, how are you? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you guys are doing well. 8, I said hi. Ate. Jacob, Allison, it's good to see you. All right. Don't forget, this channel is not for minors. So if you're 18 years old and younger, I'm sorry. I wouldn't recommend this channel. I don't want you guys to hear me curse or swear or say something I shouldn't say. I know a lot of kids curse and swear, but I'm just saying. Interesting. All right, let's look at it's the same cards. Interesting. Ooh, this reading is interesting. Okay. Taurus. All right, I was not expecting this. We're going to do 14, 12. I'm getting somebody here. You keep surrounding yourself. This is going to hear me out before you get upset, okay? Because this is a good thing. What you're hearing is actually good things. I think you've known this, but I feel like it's going to be pieced together properly. You're going to love yourself for hearing this through, the advice, and then moving forward with it, changing it up, okay? I'm getting this week, you're going to think about like your childhood and like the way you grew up, and it's going to make it's like you're going to have this revelation about like, There's someone when you were a child, one of your parents or your caretaker was really fucking mean to you. Okay, they were destructive. I mean, they put you through a lot of shit, okay? And I think that there was always this expectation of wanting to please your parents, because this is Sagittarius and this is a child. This was you. I don't think you're the parent. I think you were the child. I feel like you're looking at your past and like how much this parent expected from you. There were certain expectations that your parent had of you, and it almost felt like you could never meet those expectations. So it almost felt like your parent, I don't want to say this part, because I don't think you really are aware to how bad this was, okay? I think you try to be very understanding of your parents because, you know, trauma, hurt people, trauma is trauma, right? Generational trauma. I'm getting you hang around, or you've been hanging around people who don't like you. Neptune with Virgo. And I'll tell you why. It's not your fault. You don't really, there's this person that does not like you in your surrounding. I'm talking about present day moment. There's somebody here that does not like you. They want to pick you apart. They want to tear you to pieces. They want you to feel pain. They don't want you to be happy. And they try to go out of their way to make your life miserable. The problem is, I feel like you keep getting these type of energies or being surrounded. It's like you keep accidentally surrounding yourself around these energies. People that don't like you, that don't pledge for you, that aren't your real friends. They just use you. They want you to meet their expectations, jump through hurdles, do what they want because they know you would comply. It's almost as if they feel like if they can get I feel like there's somebody here that keeps requesting stuff from you, wanting you to serve them, do things for them, and you've been doing it. So this is in the work environment. You're around a boss or a person that does not like you and they use you. They don't like you or they don't respect you. And it's very obvious here, whoever this person is, if this is a family member, a friend, a boss, they really don't fucking like you. And I think you've always known, but you've allowed this energy around you. If this is a work environment, I think you thought, well, you can't be without a job. It almost feels like, I don't know, it almost feels like you thrive or you look forward to these energies because there's something here about you wanting to make up for your past, or you wanting energies that don't like you to like you or to approve of you. And I think this goes back to one of your parents who literally hated you. They could have hated your other siblings and stuff, but they really hated you and they made you suffer. They put all these expectations on you and you could never meet them. And I feel like when you really look at that, you're going to start noticing like the type of relationships that you surround yourself with, or that you by default attract because you haven't healed this parental wound. Your heart space is not 100% open. It's still hurting from what you've been through. The negation, or the way your parents negate you, it's still there. If this wasn't a parent, it could have been an older sibling, a caretaker, a friend, somebody really, I feel like it's a parent though. And I feel like your heart's opening, and the more your heart opens, the more you're going to realize like why you keep surrounding yourself around certain energies that are not good to you, good for you, okay? Hi, Shivu, welcome. I feel like this is going to be eye-opening, or you've already known this, but it feels like you're going to cry about this, and it's going to help you heal. Yeah, it's like whatever this energy is, it just like, it's like really, it plagues you. If this is a boss, they are very inappropriate and disrespectful. I mean, they literally treat you like trash, or they talk to you in a way that it's very disrespectful. If this is a parent or a sibling, they take advantage of you. They talk to you in ways that are not okay. And I feel like this season, you're going to heal from that. You're going to heal from that. Yeah. I feel like somebody's just really trying to heal from like the pain their parents set out for, the expectations their parents set out for them. And you're going to cry. And once you do, you're going to feel so much better. I feel like somebody's still trying to work through betrayals from the past, because this looks like a ghost. These are betrayals from your past. The way people hurt you, the way people disrespected you, the way people like sabotaged you. You still carry that energetically, which is why it's so much easier to be around environments or people who are remind you of those times where you had to fight. You know, you had to survive. And I feel like that's what you're discovering this week, Taurus. You surround yourself in environments where you survive, not thrive. And I think you want to change that, which is why you're willing to do the work required to heal. Okay? Congratulations, Taurus. It's going to be a very, very fruitful week for you, because once you're starting to heal from that, your heart opens up, and then you're more available for the things that you do want. Like relationships that don't use you or abuse you, but relationships that encourage you, bring in the best versions of you, and are of pure, authentic love. All right. That was for my Taurus. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The next reading is going to be for my Gemini. 2218, Gemini 2218. We're going to use the Kali Oracle deck for you and the Anime Tarot. How's everybody doing? Will I get married? I don't know. Will you get married? I'll read for you, Shivu. I just need a donation. Donation, you can donate Cash App, PayPal in the description box below, or you can donate on YouTube. Let's see what else. What does Gemini need to know? What does Gemini need to know? What does Gemini need to know? Oh. What does Gemini need to know? What does Gemini need to know? There it is. Boom. It came out. Interesting. Something ends. There's endings. And it's not just because it's the new year. This is actual ending and beginnings. Something's done. Ooh. Okay. This is a big ass story. I don't know why I ended up with all these cards, but we're gonna make it work. Yeah, there's too many cards to this story, but listen, Gemini. I'm getting, there were 2 lessons you were supposed to learn, or 2 things you were supposed to experience to wrap up the new year, or a cycle. A very, very long, arduous cycle. And I felt like whatever these 2 lessons are, whatever these things are that you were supposed to wrap up, you do. So there were 2 things you needed before you could pass go. Like collect and pass go and then go to the next stage. I feel like you do though. So the minute you Whatever these lessons are, you end something and again, you wrap up a cycle. This is exactly what you've needed to be able to move on. And it's just ironic that you do it in the new year. The reason I'm grabbing it like that is because I don't want to advertise. Okay. Yeah, this is you. You have to choose death here. I feel like you have a choice, Gemini, because you are the twins. You have a choice. You can either keep doing what you're doing, keep repeating something, or you could put something to death. And you do. This is one of your twins. It's like you're the twins, right? You're putting an old version of you to die. And on a spiritual, like old version of you is dying. And you're okay with that. See, two versions of you. Right? 1 and 2. It's like you respect the version of you that's dying, but you know that in order for you to move forward, it's what needs to happen. See, this is what I'm saying. You collected all these trophies. Remember the skulls that I told you about here? You needed two more skulls, 2 more trophies to collect before you move on. And you do. You collect them successfully, so you wrap up a cycle. You're putting an end to something, though. It's like you saying, that's it, I'm done. And the minute you do that, it's like, boom. Yeah. Here's the last trophy that you needed. See what I'm saying? The skulls here is the last trophy you needed. The last skull. You went through the ringer just to get this last piece of information. What is this last piece of information? See, so now you have 2 new opportunities. Like here, collect, you did it. Boom. Something's put to death and a new door opens. And you win here's your prize. It's like this is your prize, right? You collect the trophy, this is your prize. Your prize is a new beginning, a change of lifestyle, a change of like environment. Let's use a different deck. Destiny, see? The word actually is destiny. You're on your way forward. You can move forward. That's what you needed. That's what you needed, sorry. See the twins? There are 2 little girls here. 2 little girls in front of her. You're meeting the twins, or like through death you find the twins are whole, they're together. The twins are together. Maybe that was the lesson, is how to integrate your shadow with your light. How to be more selfish, how to choose yourself, how to please yourself over other people. Think of shadow, what the shadow want, being more selfish, going after what makes you happy, you know what I'm saying? Versus, everybody else's needs, right? So maybe you were integrating your shadow over, integrating your shadow with your light, so that you're not always so resentful or hurt or betrayed by people, right? It's like you're learning how to listen to your instincts and your needs above all else. And for others of you guys, I'm getting like, yeah, there's something here about passion. Maybe you haven't really discovered or really felt passion for like in your life recently. Or maybe the people you've always been around aren't a reflection of the passion you have for yourself, for your life. It almost seems like you've been in an environment where a passionless environment, a very predictable, boring environment where you don't thrive, you don't win, you're not as excited. And I feel like this season you're realizing that. So that's like you're choosing a lifestyle that reflects who you really are, or who you can be. And it was always part of your destiny. Good for you. Yep. Expression, positivity, and joy, and inspiration. That's what you're on your way towards. I feel like somebody had to sacrifice like careers, or like not careers. I feel like people had to sacrifice like what they knew, the life of comfort. This could be pertaining to just more than just money, like a good promotion, a good job, a good home, a good lifestyle. It's like not a good lifestyle, a what is that word? I feel like someone here had to sacrifice comfort, the life of comfort and luxury, for a more fulfilling life. Interesting. Okay. All right, that was narcissist. You had to sacrifice a narcissist. Forgiveness. Yep. Rebirth, redemption. Yeah. I feel like somebody's going to forgive themselves for like not choosing themselves or their needs. Or you're going to forgive yourself for not like choosing a more passionate life. That's a reflection of who you are meant to be. Preparing relocation and ascension. Yep, somebody's choosing a different path or a different lifestyle. They chose to give up. Somebody here is choosing to give up the life of comfort and or a very like known path for the unknown. You're choosing the unknown. And there is a sacrifice here, but in later on down the road, it isn't really a sacrifice if you're happy in the end. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not a sacrifice if you're happy in the end. And I feel like the universe will restore what you've lost financially or emotionally. If it was a person that you let go of a person and put yourself and chose yourself first, you're going to be met down the line, down the road. You're going to be met with people who, if anything, are more a reflection of what you do deserve. So it's almost as if, I'm not saying the universe is going to restore relationships or bring you, it almost seems like down the path, you're going to find people who are more of a reflection of your life, the new lifestyle, passionate lifestyle, versus the people that you let go because it's nothing but comfort. But these people aren't going to help you grow. They're not really going to help push you, elevate you. Whereas down the new road, the new path that you're choosing, filled with, you know, your wants, your needs, fulfillments, those people that you meet down that path are actually a reflection of that. They are going to challenge you. They are going to push you to be better. But they're going to love you and see you for who you really are. Same thing with employment, environments or coworkers that actually see you and see what you bring to the table. Management styles that are different. They choose to collaborate with you. They really want to know what you think about this, what you bring to the table, how you guys, can meet deadlines together, reach goals together. They want your input. Do you see the difference? All right, that was for Gemini. I'm an earth angel. Hey, Abby Gone Wild, it's good to see you. No, I'm Aries and a chosen one. Oh, okay. Yes, I do see what we bring to the table. I see, you see what you bring to the table. So then all of a sudden, if you're choosing a path where you see what you bring to the table, you're choosing that path because you know who you are, you know what you're worthy of, people are gonna see it within you as well. Because, for example, if you know who you are, if you know you want a life full of passion, if you know what you bring to the table, you don't surround yourself around places that don't reflect that. You don't surround yourself around places that don't respect you because you know who you are. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like leaving an old lifestyle of comfort or whatever it is that you're getting out of that for a new lifestyle that is a reflection of how much you love and respect yourself, how much passion you have for yourself, for your life, and how happy you are. It's like a reflection of how much love you have for yourself as well. I just said that. No. Your talents and abilities and skills are going to be put to better use in this new path, on this new path that you're choosing. And then you're going to meet people that respect you for it. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like whatever path you're on now, if it's a job or an environment, your talents and abilities are not even seen or respected. But on this new path, they will, because you care. There's certain environments that would love to have someone like you on board. Do you see what I'm saying? And I feel like that's where you're headed towards, okay? Hopefully that made sense. All right, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right, Cancer. Sorry, I feel like I went off a tangent trying to explain something. I don't know if it made sense. I hope it did. I feel like I was making sense. Because for some of you guys, it's not, in the work environment. For some of you guys, it's like the people you surround yourself around. Your exes, it's like these people are not, they don't see you, they don't value you, they don't understand you, they don't hear you. They can't. So I feel like this new path that you're choosing, it's like you want to be around people who do see you. What do you bring to the table? They want your input, where you could be of service to the community, where you could put your talents and abilities to good use. I feel like that's where you're on your way towards, a life filled with passion and purpose. There you go. That's what I was saying. All right. That was for Gemini. Cancer, as I was saying, Cancer. Because I was trying to explain something and I don't think I did, but I did now. Cancer. I love this. Cancer. I did timestamp, hopefully. Ooh. This is giving me like, I don't know what this is. This looks like a celebration, like more money, more opportunity, more gifts. I'm getting, some of you guys are gonna get really nice gifts for the holidays, because it's giving me a tree, a Christmas tree. And this is giving me like 2 gifts. I feel like the universe is going to give you gifts, but they're going to bring in opportunities that are a real gift for you, for your heart. For others of you guys, you're also, but it's not just that, you're also going to get a gift in the physical. Like people are going to gift you something that you were not expecting. You weren't expecting these gifts to come in, but they do. People do think about you. People do think about you. Yeah, I'm getting, that's what I was saying. Like, it's just missing a star. This tree is missing one more pentacle to make it the 10 of Pentacles. So it almost seems like your life is actually pretty good when it comes to like career, finances, money. Your life is actually pretty good. You may not think so, but it actually is. And I feel like you're feeling gratitude this season because it's very apparent of how abundant your life really is. And I feel like the universe keeps showing you that on a day-to-day basis, that like the universe has got your back, Cancer. Not just that, the universe is trying to show you like you are well off. More well off than a lot of people. You don't need anything. And yet the universe is still going to bring in more gifts for you. It's also going to bring in people who are going to give you gifts. You're going to get 2 gifts this season by people. Real gifts, okay? And, oh, it's asking you to make a wish. This is the star, right? Like the star you hang on top of the Christmas tree. I'm getting make a wish. Make a wish. I'm getting stars, make a wish. Because whatever you are thinking about, it's going to happen for you. So if you want a nice job with great pay, where you're happy and fulfilled, it's going to happen for you. You need to make this wish and let it go because it's going to happen in the new year. New years, right? Stars. The universe is saying that you can actually make more money. Or this career is going to have a lot more abundance. Whatever career you want, because it's the 9 of Pentacles, right? Whatever career you want. Because it almost seems like you might have just been focused on the money, but now you're expanding to something bigger. Whatever career you want is going to bring in not just money. It's going to bring in like real abundance, like real friends, real fulfillment. People that you really get along with, or you're going to get along with. It's like you could have more. You can have more and you will have more. You just have to ask for it. And the universe has to comply. Yeah, here you are asking the universe, like, give me what I want. And it's going to give you what you want. You know that whatever you think about becomes your reality. Whatever you think about becomes your reality. Good for you. Psychic, intuition, truth. Yeah. Let's see what else is happening here. Yeah, it's like you're making a wish. You're telling, like, whatever this wish is, it's tied to your heart's desire. It's tied to your inner child, and I feel like you're going to ask the universe for something, and the universe is going to give you exactly what you want. It's going to give you exactly what you want, or it's going to put you in a position where you're going to win, and it's going to give you hope. I feel like that's what you've been wanting, is hope. And by you asking this wish, it's like you putting enough faith in the universe to know that whatever you hope for, it's going to come true. And I feel like that's exactly what happens for you this season, which is the gift from the universe, saying, oh, you have enough faith in the universe to make that wish and that demand. Now the universe is going to comply and give you exactly what you wanted. And you're going to be a lot happier for it. I really want to cry. I feel like somebody's going to be really happy. Cancer, you're going to be really happy this year. You don't even understand how happy you could be. And a lot of it has to do with the fact that you're willing to give faith one more chance. You're willing to give faith one more chance. Good for you. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, it's the butterfly again. Yeah, the universe is giving you a chance to leave something behind or transition into something different that's better aligned to who you are or who you're becoming. It's just getting you back on track somewhere. The butterfly. Ah, it's bringing in peace and harmony. Yeah, I feel like whatever you've been through, it's like you could have given up on, lacked some faith or given up on something. You could have given up on I don't want to say yourself, but it feels like somebody gave up. And so the universe, or it's like it's taking every bit of you inside your heart to try again or to ask for miracles or ask for something. I feel like somebody gave up. Or it's really difficult to have faith at the moment. But this week, whatever that feeling is, you're going to deal with it. You're going to deal with whatever that is. And it's like, you're going to make a wish. You're going to make a wish and it's going to come true. Whatever this wish is, it's not a joke. This is a serious request. This is a serious, like, demand. And you won't be disappointed is what I'm getting. Yeah. Harmonic resolution. Yeah. 9 and 10. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like if you were angry or upset or frustrated with the universe, like you're tired, or I feel like somebody's upset, really upset, and they're just going to release that or give that to the universe. Yeah, you're going to talk to whatever your faith is, whatever you believe in, or lack thereof. Whatever you're struggling to believe in, you're going to have a real conversation with it. Sorry, I want to cry. Because like whoever you are, Cancer, I understand what you're going through. Cancer just feels like it doesn't get anywhere or hasn't been getting anywhere. So you've been trying to change that thought or that idea that you have a lot to live for, you have a lot to look forward to. Yeah, Cancer, you're really wishing for more faith or for more. There's something here you're wishing for, but it's not, you're not asking for something vain or like, you're asking for something that really matters to you and hoping that the universe hears you, and they do. The universe hears you. Okay? All right, that was for my Cancer. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right, the next sign is going to be for my Leos. $50.28. Yeah, I didn't know I was moving like that. 34, 38. All right. We're going to use the Messages of Light and the Anime Tarot for you, Leo. It's crazy. I used to get really warm during, like, when I channeled. I used to get really, really warm. And now I just feel cold all of the time. So now it's like I feel cold. Mindfulness and love for Leo. Interesting. I feel like you're going to meditate this week, and during your meditation, there's a truth that's going to set in, or a realization that's going to set in. And that's the realization you needed so that it could set you free. It almost seems like it's like you knew, but you're allowing this realization to come in or to surface while you're meditating. And it's exactly what you've needed to hear or acknowledge or accept so that you can really step into love this season. Love. I'm getting a heart here. I know it's in reverse, but I'm getting a heart. It's almost as if you're finally asking your heart what it needs or what it wants so that it could be, so that you could be happy. And during your meditation, the truth sets in about what it is that you could be doing to make you happy, or what it is that you need to be happy. And boom, you're going to go and do exactly what it is that you realize about yourself to make you happier. Or it's like whatever the realization is, it's a pure statement of how it is that you want to love or live your life, right? Filled with love and mindfulness. And I feel like that's exactly what happens. Once you know that this is what you need, for some of you guys, it's just realizing something that you need. And once you do, it's like you're going to go and make sure you get that. Because nobody else can make that happen for you but you. And I feel like you get that. So, and you make it happen. Maybe you're just ready. Maybe you're just ready. Yeah. All right, let's use the Anime Tarot. Leo. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, y'all. There. Five of Pentacles, it's, what is it? Mercury. It's Mercury, which talks about the realm of communication. Ah, that makes sense. Okay, I didn't see this before. This is blue. This is blue. Reminds me of separation, because that's what the Five of Pentacles is. It's separation. It's separation from self. Why? So there's something about your heart feeling separation. And when you meditate this week, it's like you're going to sit there and you're going to piece everything back together. By you accepting this realization that comes in during your meditation or during awareness, I don't know, it's just this awareness that comes up about what, where you're at, what you need. And then it's like the minute you realize what this is, you're no longer in separation or in conflict with self, because this is really left out in the cold, feeling abandoned, feeling misunderstood, or just even separation. The pentacles aren't together, they're separate from each other. And that's what I'm getting. The need to acknowledge how much you need whatever this is. Whatever this realization is, you've needed more than you want to admit or let on. And the only reason it's been like, I don't want to say it's you, I just want to say maybe you didn't realize how much you need this. And once you understand that that's what you need so that you could feel better or be happier, it's like you automatically show self-love here. Grace and self-love. You're taking a step towards grace, piecing yourself, love, and piecing yourself back together. Unifying what is separate at the moment. Does that make sense? Yeah, because that's what I'm getting, is separation. I'm not getting anything else but that. You're feeling separation from self. Like you don't hear yourself, or you haven't been listening to yourself. There's certain needs that you have that you can't even give to yourself because you haven't allowed yourself to listen to what those needs are. And the minute you do, or maybe you always knew what those needs were, but you might have overlooked them or realized that thought it wasn't a big deal, but they are a big deal. The minute you start listening to what those needs are and complying, taking action to make that happen for you, it's an expression of self-love. Now the universe has to comply and give you that expression of self-love. It has to mirror that for you. Don't know if this was the card. I'm going to pull another card because I got contemplation. What are you contemplating? Opportunity. I feel like some of you guys don't believe that there's certain needs that you have are going to become like, there's certain things you want that you don't think you're ever going to get. Which is why you're even contemplating taking the action to prove yourself otherwise, or going, saying yeses to different opportunities that could arise, or even be open to different opportunities. I think that you feel like you're never going to get certain needs met. That's why you don't take the opportunities. The opportunities are here. How bad do you want this? How bad do you want unity within self? How bad do you want to have these needs met? How bad do you want to believe that this is even possible? I'm not saying that if you take certain actions, you're going to get what you want right away. You're going to get your needs met right away. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying if you take certain actions that prove to yourself that you want better, whatever these needs are, you're trying to get these needs met, that later on down the line you may get that. I don't ever make promises. I'm not God. I can't make no promises, right? But there's a chance. Do you see what I'm saying? There's a chance that this could happen for you. Is that enough for you to take a risk? It's the truth. Because where you're at now, those needs aren't getting met and they're not going to. Ever. So do you stay where you're at or do you take a chance and put yourself out there again and try again? Whether the outcome is desired or not, the outcome desired becomes your reality or not. Because I feel like somebody here is contemplating this much because that means that there's certain needs that you wanted to have been met that never came to fruition. Or at least not yet. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like, how can I sit here and say, go out there and try again. Go out there and put yourself out there and risk again. Have faith again. When in reality, everything you've ever wanted didn't. There's certain needs that your heart's desire that didn't come true. But just because they haven't come true now doesn't mean they're not going to come true later. Do you have enough faith within to believe that they can later on down the road? And if they don't, at least you went down fighting. But I'm getting somebody invested a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of years, sacrificing, changing, healing, growing to get to a certain place that didn't come to fruition yet. Or at least they think that there's certain things they really wanted that they didn't 100% come to fruition yet. But you can't sit there and say your life hasn't changed for the better. So, as you sit there contemplating about where you're at now, where your life could be, could is the highlighted word, could. Suddenly, these opportunities are looking mighty attractive because it's perspective. Why give up now? You've already put in all these years. All these years. Why give up now? Why? If you're upset with God about what was not realized, what did not come to fruition, if we're upset with God or higher self, universe, whatever, for the things that never became part of our reality or the things that we wanted to be part of our reality that didn't come into fruition, we got to take that up with them, with the guides, with God. We should take these resentments and fears and sadness, right? Pains to them so that they could help heal that within us, so that we have just enough faith, even if it's a mustard seed of faith, to move forward. And it kills me to have to tell you guys this because I'm a part of that group. Certain things didn't become realized. Certain things I wanted, invested in, didn't become part of my reality. And so now it's like, do I dare take these pains and resentments to God, which I do, but the amount of pain inside really hurts. And then the question becomes, do we still choose to try? Not again on what did not work out, but could we forgive and accept what was, what is now, what did not come with us, what needs were not, actualized in the physical, however that looks like. And do we have enough faith to forgive and then move on in the hopes that something, one day, one of our needs will get actualized? Something better will come along. Do we have enough faith? It's up to you. This is for my Leos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The next reading is going to be for my Virgos. Light of Truths. Hey, Light of Truths. Good to see you. Good to see you. I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome to Jocelyn Lovely Tarot. What was the question? You said if you should go on a trip in April. Okay. Excuse me. Do you want to go on a trip to April? I don't even think I need to read to that. Do you want to go on a trip to April? And if you do, think of where. I feel like you want to go somewhere nice and warm. A beach. I'm seeing a beach for you. I want you to sit there, put this in your heart, and you tell the universe you're going to go here by this date. And it's going to happen for you. The question is, make the wish. The point is, make the wish. Tell the universe this is where you're going to go. And let it go. Next thing you know, boom. It's going to happen. All these opportunities are going to come up about the places you want to go. But I'm seeing you going somewhere warm with a beach, okay? Okay. That was for Light of Truth 1111. I usually don't answer questions while I'm doing readings, but today, why not? It's been like 2 years, a year and a half that I haven't done that. All right, Leo, Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. That was Leo, Virgo, Virgo. 67. Okay. I feel like the universe is trying to give you a big hug. I know it sounds cliche to say, but the universe is trying to hug you. They're trying to connect with you. They're trying to get you back. They're trying to get you back. They're desperately trying to get you back from somewhere. It's like you're in hell or some shit. I feel like you're in hell, or you feel like you're in hell right now. Like somebody's really struggling. Virgo, you might be really struggling here. If you're not a Virgo and you relate or resonate, this reading's for you. I'm not talking about real struggling, like somebody's going through a real difficult time. Yeah, I feel like somebody's trying to like reach out to you. They're trying to get you back. They're trying to get you back. They want you to start dreaming again. I feel like somebody wants you to dream again, or they want to put ideas or visions in your dream state, or while you're meditating. It's like they want to bring in these ideas that you can dream again, or they want you to dream again. Because that's how you awaken the inner child, or that's how the inner child feels alive again, or that's how you tap into the inner child. And then once you do that, you're able to like become inspired, creative, and take action, right? Bold action is what I'm getting. The universe feels like you went through like a really dark time this last season, or it was a really difficult year for a lot of people. But the universe understands why you went through this dark night of the soul. It was to liberate you. It was to liberate you. It was to make you more empowered. It was to help you become more empowered of self. To have self-attainment realized or actualized. And for you to feel more fulfillment. The universe knows the darkness that you're in, or feels this darkness. That's why they're trying to connect with you through your dream state, because they know that's where you're most susceptible to listen to them. I feel like you just haven't wanted to connect, or you are not. You're just going through so much darkness. You are not in a space to really listen to what they're saying to you. And that's okay. Jesus, why am I crying today? I'm so sorry. We, and I meant to say we. This reading's for all of us. You're getting power, fulfillment, and self-attainment. Yeah, that's what the dark night of the soul was for. To empower you. But that's the thing, you don't feel empowered. Not right now, at least. The universe knows that. They know that. You don't feel empowered right now. But they're trying to empower you through your dreams, is what I'm saying. Let's see what else. Yeah, this is you, like, so you're not even looking forward. You're just like closed off. You're just moving forward, but you don't care. You're not open right now. You're not trusting of the universe. You're not open to it, and that's fine. You're going through a dark, really dark phase of your life. And right now you just don't have it in you to fully invest or be open for connection. Yeah, this is you, like, this is funny because this is you, like, moving forward, but again, it's like, it almost seems like you're moving forward because you have to, not because you want to. I hope this makes sense. It's like you're forcing yourself to do what you don't want to do, but this has nothing to do with spirit. It has nothing to do with faith. It's just you. You're moving forward in your life, but it's like in a begrudged way. Like you're begrudged or upset that you have to move forward, but you're doing it because there's no other option. You're living your life, but because you have no other option. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. The universe is going to help you with this healing, though, because they know that you're going to have to, your guides and spirit knows they're going to have to answer. They're going to have to answer to certain things you're upset about. They know that, and they're okay with that. The one that's not okay with that is you, because you're the one that is going through the dark night. And so when connection is being brought to you through the dream state or through waking state, there's a lot of pain. So when they're trying to reach out to you, connect through to you, there's pain that arises, which is why it's so difficult for you to look up and say how you feel. Somebody is afraid to say how they feel because they know it comes with a lot of pain that you don't want to dredge up, that you feel in the darkness. I don't think you feel lost. I don't think you feel lost. I'm getting, you know exactly why you're upset. But it doesn't make it any less painful or easier. Sorry, y'all. I'm crying because I feel your pain, okay? I'm reading for whoever the collective is. I feel your pain. Interesting how justice came out. Is this it? Let me see. 9 of Wands in reverse. There you go, Judgment. 9 of Wands in reverse. Let's read a little bit of the 9 of Wands in reverse. I always get something new when I read from this, so let's do 9 of Wands in reverse. There it was. Hints that you may be overwhelmed and exhausted from all your feelings of defensiveness and wondering if your goal is really worth all this struggle. Oof. Rest assured it is. Pay no mind to anyone else and focus on what you need. Channel that resilience and keep moving forward. You've got this. Ooh, that shit was difficult. That shit was difficult to read. 9 of Wands. Wondering if all the pain, the dark nights of the soul are even worth it. Were they even worth it? Because in separation, you feel pain. Or maybe when you were in union, you felt so much pain, because you can feel pain in union. Maybe when you were in union, you felt so much pain you had to separate. Because that's what happens. When we're in alignment or in union to self, we are literally healing. We're on the path to healing. We're on the path to doing what we need to do. Enlightenment, right? Facing illusions, going through breakthroughs. That's painful. It dredges up all this pain, which is what initially causes the dark night of the soul. Then all of a sudden you're in the darkness, the separation, right? It's easier to be in separation so you don't have to feel all of that pain at once. And the darkness is better because you hide from the light and you don't have to see anything. When I mean darkness, I don't mean just, it's like you stay there. Staying there is a way to stall and not have to deal with what is in your best interest or what is the truth. That's what I mean when I mean in the darkness, right? Where there is no light, where there is no faith. But you don't feel any better there. You're just stalling. Not even stalling. I don't want to say that. That sounds mean. We're just there. And it feels uncomfortable. I'm getting that it feels uncomfortable there too. Because we're not meant to be in the darkness lost forever. It's a very painful place to be. Even if it keeps us away from the initial pain, it's also uncomfortable there. And I'm getting somebody is just, they're just tired. Yeah. I feel you asking. I feel you asking the universe. What are you asking the universe? You're asking it something because it's the same thing here. It's the same card here. This is you on the side asking or looking up to something here. A very powerful energy. And this is you asking judgment again. What are we asking judgment this time? I don't see you asking anything here though. I see you looking at something. You're looking at something here. Something powerful, mighty powerful. Do you dare to look? It's kind of like the question. Do you dare to look? Do you dare to see? Do you dare to receive? Anything else for Virgo before we move on? Because we've been on this for a bit now. What are we seeing here? The separation. You know you're in separation. You've known. You've known you've been in the dark. Do you dare to look at the light and all it has to show you, all the pain that comes up with it? Do you dare to face it? Whatever this is, the boogeyman, the fear, do you dare to face it to move forward? To liberate you. Whatever you find in this light, it will liberate you. It will empower you and it will get you close to self-attainment. Good for you. All right, that was for Virgos. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right, Scorpios, Libra, sorry, Libras. Libra. I know that was a long ass reading. 83:29. Too long. It's only been 15 minutes. That's still too long for one reading because we have to go through the rest. Libra. Sorry. I feel like somebody's going through an exorcism here. Somebody's demons are being exercised. That sounds so fucked up to say. Libra, I feel like your demons are being exercised, or your demons are coming out. They're coming out. They're angry, or your demons are demanding you to hear them, or they're demanding to be heard by others. It's like you're coming out really, really angry, Libra. Libras are usually composed and to themselves, and they're all about love and light, but not today. Not this season. Libra is coming out, guns blazing, ready to fucking shoot somebody. Yeah, you're ready to shoot somebody down. Or you're ready to, like, I don't know, man. This looks like you're about to crash out on somebody. Like, if they thought they knew you, they don't fucking know you, because they're gonna see the worst version of you this season. I don't know. I feel like it's everybody's gonna see Libra in the worst way possible, and it's gonna scare the fuck out of them. It's kind of like your way of saying, don't fucking play with me. And you're gonna come out and make demands, talk shit to people, push their buttons, do something that it's like when somebody breaks down and they feel nothing but madness. That's what it kind of feels like. Like somebody's breaking down and they're about to go full fucking guns blazing off on everybody. I'm not saying you're gonna go through a psychosis or a psychotic break, but this kind of gives me that. And the only reason you're doing that is because, hey, yeah. The only reason you're gonna go through this breakdown is because there's a part of you that needs to be heard. And I don't think you get heard much, or whenever you try to speak or say something, people don't take you seriously, or people don't listen to you, or people like to push boundaries or push your buttons. And I feel like this season you're gonna go off. It's like you get tired of being overlooked or pushed around or whatever this is. It's just gonna like hit you. It's gonna trigger something within you and you're gonna go off on somebody. You think you're not, you will. It's only because the universe is encouraging you to be more like that. So that's why you're gonna get triggered, because you're gonna put yourself out there, you're gonna say something that is a reflection of who you are. And I think somebody doesn't take you serious, or you get tired of being overlooked. And so you're gonna go off on a couple people. I'm not just saying one person, you're gonna go off on like the whole place. For the next couple of days, you're gonna go off on people because you're tired. And then when you go off on these people, you're gonna see how much they really don't like you. Because if you're not doing what they say, if you're not serving them, then they never really liked you. Do you see what I'm saying? If they're there for you and understand or ask you what it is that you need, then you wouldn't have needed to go through this like madness situation where you unleash this anger or fury at somebody or people. I'm getting multiple people. You're going off on multiple people that they deserve it. I'm not saying they do or not, but I'm getting you feel they do. That's the initiation. Some part of you gets tired and you don't care anymore. You don't care, so you start behaving in a way that shows you are not someone to fuck with. You're not somebody to push around. You're not somebody that does some people's biddings for them. Somehow you're being instructed to do this. Your own darkness within you is going to do it because it wants to. It doesn't like where you're at. It's not happy with the people around it. Your darkness does not give a fuck about how it's looked at or perceived. Or maybe it is, but I think there's a bigger need than how people look at you, the mask that you wear. We all wear the mask, okay? The way we show up to society is one thing, but it almost seems like whatever this need is that the inner shadow has is more important. So it's going to bypass all of these ways that you've been because it didn't get a specific need met here. It almost seems like it's gonna blow the place up. Not like physically, literally, right? But like emotionally, you're gonna blow up and tell people how you really feel. I feel like this might be in a work environment or like in your home. You're gonna go off on people and tell them to fuck off because it's what you want. You no longer, whatever happens this month, it's gonna show you how much people don't give a fuck about you. The people you've been around, the job you've been in, they don't care. And I think that you've been harboring this resentment for a while or are tired of being overlooked or not taken seriously, that you are gonna tell motherfuckers off. And you're gonna feel like by you doing that, it's your way of getting respect back for yourself. That's true. People respect people who are more meaner. Angry as hell. Yep, praying like Constantine. I am 100. Yeah, 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 we are. Yeah. I feel like there's something here about you no longer care what people think, which is why, because you understand they don't care about you. You could sit there and give your best. You could sit there and be of love and light. You could sit there and give and give and give and people please, or just be such an amazing person. It does not matter. Because whoever you're around, the work environment you're around, or the people you're around, it could even be family. They don't give a fuck. They don't see you. So you're going to be like, why the hell should I show up in this way then? If they don't see what I do for them. It's what you're saying. It's what you're saying. So now they're going to see this side of you. Don't give no fucks. No fucks about anybody. And you're going to liberate yourself. People are going to be upset, and then you're going to realize these people don't give a fuck about you anyways. They don't. It's almost going to further prove that they never cared. Or if they start being nice to you, it's only because you treat them like shit now. I still don't see these people really respecting you. I think that if anything, they're nicer to you because they'll fear you, which is fine. I just still don't think these people really see you for who you are. Or this environment doesn't see you for who you are. I don't think they ever did. All right, let's see what else. He said no. They never did. If this is a job, you don't care anymore about getting fired. You're going to say some shit to people and it's going to piss them the fuck off. They're going to be like, if somebody here, I feel like somebody here drinks, or the only time they get mean is when they drink. Like when they drink, they get mean and the truth comes out. Yeah, look at this shit, bro. Somebody's shadow is gonna get fucking activated. You're gonna blow up on somebody. I feel like you're gonna go blow up on a group of people. If this is your family, you are going to burn that place down to pieces. You're literally gonna tell people who they are. You're gonna read them for filth. You're literally going to like tell them about themselves, and they're going to be shocked that you even felt like that to begin with. Yeah, they're going to see you come in. You're the unexpected. You are going to shake some shit up in that environment. They're going to be shocked. They're going to be scared of you. I feel they are highly going to be terrified of you. They're not going to want to fuck with you again or mess with you or talk to you. Yeah, you're going to burn some shit to the ground. I don't think you're going to be able to restore these relationships. So you better make sure that if you're going to burn them to the ground, you don't expect them to be okay with you after that. Because I feel like you're coming for... You're just going to tell people the truth. And it's going to hurt. I feel like maybe you were trying to survive, or I don't know why you were holding yourself back, or it's like wherever you were at, you couldn't be yourself. You truly couldn't be honest. And I felt like you were sacrificing or compromising your principles, your beliefs, who you are for this environment. And I feel like that doesn't pay off. They've been giving out to me its environment. Anger, that's why I've been praying like hell, like Constantine mode for sure. I felt silence. That's what I'm saying. Are they really loved ones if they don't even know who the fuck you are? If they are loved ones, you'll know, because when you go off on these people, they'll forgive you and choose to still acknowledge you. I feel like the only reason you're doing it is because you want acknowledgement for what did not. You want respect and acknowledgement. And I feel like you are tired of people not seeing you or people not taking you seriously. People overlooking you. There's something that literally break down. It's going to break you down. And that's supposed to happen, because there's a triggering that's being healed right now. When you unleash your anger or whatever, even it's not even unleashing anger, it's you just being yourself. You think it's bad, you think it's horrible, but you're being initiated to be yourself. Whether the truth fucking hurts or not, whether the truth, breaks relationships, whether the truth gets you fired or kicked out of an environment, it does not matter. It feels like somebody cannot keep compromising their truths, their principles, who they are for this environment. Do you see the difference? It's like you can't be yourself. You can't win like that. You can't be in environments where you can't be yourself. That's ridiculous. The working environments is one thing, but I'm getting like, this keeps happening and keeps happening and keeps happening, and the same results keep happening because it's a reflection of again, a need that you have, which is to be seen. But I feel like you've compromised your ideals, your beliefs for environments that choose not to. So then it's like, now you have to deal with the consequences. And then other people have to deal with those consequences, because then they see the real you, the one that doesn't give a fuck, the one that speaks boldly the truth, and then you realize these people never had anything in common with you because they never even wanted you or the fucking truth that you bring to the table. But if you would have started off like that, you would have known that environment wasn't for you right away, and then you would have left. Do you see what I'm saying? But you can't compromise who you are, your strength, your power, your truth, for anyone else, not even money. Especially not money. It's like you've been silenced. And look where that gets you. Nowhere. It just leaves you bitter and hurt and going through a psychotic break. It happens all the time. It's happened to me many times. And it's going to happen many more times for the people that I'm reading for here, Libra. It's going to happen again. And there's something very important to learn in this lesson. What are we going to learn? Hopefully I got it right. What is the lesson to be learned here? Never compromise who you are, your truths, what your beliefs are, what your values are, your principles for anyone or anything else, not even money. This is a valuable lesson we're going to learn this season, because I don't think we've learned it before, or maybe we've been trying to learn this lesson for a long time and we just still been struggling with this one, okay? And that's okay. Any advice? I'm getting swords, 6 and swords. It's pain. It's pain, resentments, baggage that you've been carrying around this whole time. There's something here about not being around people who really like value you or overlook you. It's the same lesson, being overlooked. It's this wounding of being overlooked or not being seen or respected. And I feel like this wounding is still getting to us this season, and that's okay. We're working through this, okay? So talk this over with people, therapists, you know, professional, anyone that you think is actually going to be able to help you understand why this keeps coming up, okay? Maybe your tarot reader will tell you, right? I kind of want to dig deeper into this wound, though. I'm going to dig a little deeper into this wound, okay? What is this wound about? Yes, it's negative people that bother, negativity in general. What's been silenced? I felt silenced. Yeah. You're going to be grateful for the breakthrough. What's this breakthrough about, though? I feel like it's not telling me why. Where the wounding is coming from. Tell me where the wounding is coming from so we can... It's the same thing. Open up. Open the heart. Open up your heart. Oh. Our hearts aren't open. Right, it's a wounding. So what is the wounding? Gratitude, breakthrough. This isn't answering my fucking question. I must be, I don't know what the fuck this is. All right, let's dig a little deeper here and ask one more time, what is the wounding? It's like it won't let me, it won't tell me. And this is pissing me off. I don't like. A whole bunch of cards came out. Yeah, it's saying expression, positivity, and joy, inspiration. That's the illumination. It's like opening up your heart means forgiveness, right? Adventure, illumination, expression, positivity, and joy, inspiration. I don't get it. Maybe that's what it is. I don't see it yet, or I'm not understanding of it because I haven't tapped into it in the heart space. I haven't tapped into it yet. See, it's like this person's trying to get the answer, but they can't. The key's on the other side. They don't know. They can see through the portal, but they haven't gotten the key yet. The key's still hiding. This reminds me of the inner child, right? Innocence, play, discovery. This gives me a child. There's something here about the inner child. An inner child is the expression, creativity, positivity, joy. That's the inner child. So this has to do with the inner child. You know how the child's not afraid? The child's not afraid to be. The child's not afraid to put themselves out there. The child's not afraid of much besides loud noises, right? That's babies. But they're not really that afraid to put themselves out there. I feel like you've been robbed of that. You've been robbed of that like feeling of to be put out there or put yourself out there. I feel like somebody took that from you. They took away your freedom of feeling safe enough to put yourself out there. Interesting. Okay, we'll leave it there. All right, we're gonna move on to the next reading because the next reading gives us insight about all this stuff. We break it down through each reading. All right, Scorpio 10652. Okay. Interesting. This came out. I don't want to move it. I want to keep this out. I love this card. This is giving me like High Priestess, darkness, the moon. This is giving me a portal. Oh, somebody when they dream, they're like accessing different timelines. Different timeline. You're accessing a different timeline. This is giving me like, do you remember the X-Men? The show, the cartoon show in season 6? There's a season, the 1990, I think 3 version, 1992, 93 version, where it was an apocalypse, like everyone died. A whole bunch of people died and they were on survival mode, trying to, on planet Earth, trying to survive from like these, I forgot what it was, but they were in survival mode. This is the episode where Wolverine and Storm are an item. This is the only one episode. It's a 2-part, I think, series. It's a 2-part episode or 1-part episode. It's a 1-part episode. They become an item. Storm and Wolverine. And this is in the future, okay? It's giving me that. It's giving me you're accessing portals of a life that's so different in the future. This is so weird. I don't, let's dig a little deeper into this. I don't know why that came up. Somebody's accessing different realms, but the realms you're accessing aren't really like happy or positive. This almost gives me like survival or some shit. It's like you're accessing different portals because the subconscious is a portal. You're accessing the subconscious realm, if you really want to put it like that. And all you feel is pain. Or like there's this like strength to you, but it's out of survival, not a strength of like, This isn't, it's almost as if you had to be initiated in the dark. Like you had to fight your whole life, not just here, but in different times, in different portals, in different, it's like you're fighting for your life. And you're initiated in the dark and you win. You fucking thrive. You're surviving in the dark, but you're thriving too. All of a sudden you start thriving in it, and then it's like you're fucking unstoppable. You're a monster in a good way. This is what I'm saying. It's like it's a price for your bloodline. It's the price for your bloodline. You have to get something in the dark. You have to get something in the dark, and they put a price on it. But it's for you and the bloodline, or you and the people. Dharma of Kali. Interesting. Yeah, you're the initiate. They initiated you to do this. But you did this in a different realm or a different time. You've done this in a different time, and yet you're being asked to do it again. That's why you're the prized. You're the warrior. You're like Xena, the warrior. It's giving me like the winner against all odds. The odds are against you in this lifetime and previous timelines. Different lifetimes, different dimensions, different portals. You're always, oh, it's like a race to the finish line, a race to win. And but it's a price to pay. And I'm getting it's for the bloodline. Scorpio. That's why you're the ruler of the underworld. Or that's why they initiated you to have scorpionic energy as your sun sign. Or if this is a Venus, whatever, there has to be scorpionic energy in here to make you like compatible with death and rebirth. You had to get so fucking comfortable with death and rebirth. I mean, think of how many times you'd had to go through the death and rebirth process in each lifetime, not just this one, but in each lifetime to be able to be crowned successor or crowned victorious in any dimension, any timeline, any portal. How many times do you think you'd have to go through the death and rebirth just to become a successor or the main person they pick for you to become comfortable navigating those dark realms, survival realms? Like how many times do you think you've had to do it to be crowned victorious? And yet to have to go through it every time, become initiated, go through the darkness, and then win. And then just take the prize, whatever it is. Because each prize opens, it's like a portal. Every piece of darkness, every dark night of the soul leads you to a portal, some type of awakening that you can get in this lifetime. And it's knowledge. It's knowledge. But again, the stakes are high because it's not just for you, it's for your family. This is what I'm saying. The stamp of approval of death and rebirth, it's you. You wear this crown. You wear this. You wear it. You are the successor. You are the initiate. You are the one to make this happen. Makes sense to me. Those big names and corporations made movies about my life. I didn't consent, get a dime, you know? Or no. It's endings. Okay, 12th house. Big names, said dude. They made movies about your life. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool, said dude. It's pretty cool. Or said dude. Said, like, said dude. I think I said it right. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's a fucking price. But every portal you tap into is I heard this and it made sense. Every dark night of the soul leads to a portal where you get the truth. You get knowledge or awareness of something, and it's like it changes you forever. So like that's why they say the bigger the fucking new initiates get hit gently. They get gentle hits. Someone like you gets fucking, it's fucking life or death half of the time. This is no joke. It's spiritual warfare. But someone like you gets knocked the fuck out. I mean, blasted. You get blasted because it's what you need. Each lifetime is designated for what the soul needs for growth. And that's why you get hit really bad. And that's why it feels like life and death. It really is. Some part of you dies so that you align to another version of you. Mm. This is you literally in the portal coming in and out, in and out, in and out, rebirth, death and rebirth, death and rebirth. See how there's a, this is as above, so below. It's hit, it's, what did I say about the portal, the subconscious and the dark and then up, right? It's so you. It's to the point where this doesn't even faze you anymore. Or it does, but it's like, what the fuck? At the end of the day, you always win. You always fucking win. Not that that even fucking matters, but just remember, you always make it out. Doesn't matter. How many years? Doesn't matter. Does not matter. You always fucking make it out of the darkness. Hey, welcome, Christy. It's good to see you again, sweetie. How are you doing? You always make it out. I feel like there was a price on your fucking head. I don't know why. There's a price on your head. They didn't think you were gonna make it. Damn. They didn't think you were gonna make it. You didn't think you were gonna make it. That's why. That's why the price is so fucking heavy on your head. The price to derail your path. The price to take you out alive. To discourage you. Take everything out of you now alive. The stakes are higher. Do you see what I'm saying? Why I say the price is heavier? The stakes are higher. To go into darker, deeper layers of the underworld where these portals have to be accessed by you and only you, that's why the stakes are higher. They don't want you down there. They don't want you getting empowered or learning what you came here to learn. No, the pushback has to be as strong. The darkness has to consume you and overwhelm you just as much as, you know, the light, what's the opposite of that? The higher levels of because I don't want to say it like that because it doesn't make sense. Okay, the lower the realms, right? The harder it becomes, the darker it becomes, right? While you're down there trying to access certain portals, codes, whatever, it's really dark down there. There's bigger, the shadow is bigger to tame, to face, right? And I feel like it's been really difficult. This one season this 1 year alone has been very difficult. Whatever this darkness is that you've needed to face has been more difficult than the previous one. That's why it takes longer, years, right? And I feel like you finally gotten to a good place here of acknowledging that and accepting that it's part of like what you were meant to deal with. Just by you being in acceptance of that, it makes you understand the game better. It makes you just be more open or agile to what the game what the game is, and how to just face it and go through it. Now, bringing that back to the levels of consciousness, right? This one's deep. This fucking reading is deep. I love it. With each level that you go down, it kind of gives me the Sephira, like hitting certain numbers and shit. When you hit those portals, it counterbalances, because once you go through that portal and really realize what needs to be actualized here within you, the more ascended you become, right? So this is why it's like a perfect yin and yang, a perfect push and pull, if that makes sense. It's perfect. It's perfect. Okay? It's painful, but it's perfect. Okay. Hey, Rising Cancer, you ever there? Lots of those kind of Aries movies. I see you've been wanting in-depth astrology chart. In-depth astrology chart. Well, it was weird. I'm okay. It was weird. What was weird, baby girl? Talk to us. What's weird? Hopefully the reading makes sense, because I feel like I'm trying to explain it, but I can only explain it as best. I wish I can kind of get more access to what I'm talking about so that I can really explain it better. Because I see the pictures, but it's hard for me to... I hope you understood, okay? I don't want to doubt myself and think I didn't explain it well. Yeah. It's that. It's hitting really darker parts of self. And somebody's uncomfortable here. They're like they're angry. You're angry about this. You're angry because there's a lot of change happening in the physical as you face this shit internally, right? Because we're reaching the subconscious. We're looking at what's the trauma, right? We're looking at the unconscious programming. And that's going to require not us to just see it. Seeing it alone is painful, but to actually transmute it, heal it, so that we can choose different, take different paths, different actions. That's actually you being the player and taking the victory. Because there's parts of you that don't want to change. There's parts of you that don't want to change. Doesn't matter the reason. There's just parts of you that are not willing to compromise. Even if it's in your best interest. But I feel like, again, the point is you always do what's best for you in the long run, even if that means sacrificing or destroying parts of self that you fucking love and think you cannot live without for the betterment of self. That's the difference between a master who does it for the bloodline and somebody who's just here for a good time, right? Now, I'm not saying anything bad about that. What I'm trying to say is this is what makes separates somebody who's going to end up becoming very successful later down the line, because you are willing to do the things you don't want to do, face the darkness you don't want to face, kill versions of self that have been thriving or even on survival mode for years, your whole life, basically, just for the betterment of you in the long term and your bloodline. Do you see what you're really going against? Pleasure, addictions, things that are fun, things that are good for you, things that make you happy now, versus what's better for you later on, right? That when there's no guarantee that this later on will happen. You're going against your own better judgment of the reality you see all the time, what you know, the version of you that's alive now versus a version of you that you haven't even freaking experienced yet. So why would you even believe that that would even be a possibility? Do you see what we really have to go up against when we're in this lifetime? You see why it's so hard for people to change? Because it's easier to believe in what you can see, what you've experienced your whole life versus what you have not had. Yes. I'm nodding as I'm listening. So, dude, you're funny. Okay. That was for Scorpio. That was some fucking reading, man. I don't even think I said everything correctly, but I feel like there's a lot happening here. And I said as much as I needed to. Yeah, man. Whoever these demons are, I feel like there's certain demons that are attached to you, or even your own shadow, man. It's fucking pissed. There's a part of you, or maybe some demons that have latched onto you, or that want your fucking head. They want your fucking head. So now that you're coming out of like the darkness and going through the pain to become more self-actualized, there's the counteractive force is pissed because it thought it was happy. It laid claim to you, even if it was for one more day. It wanted to strip you from all faith. Remember, in the darkness, right? Those who dare to enter. They were betting on the loss. And I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about real, the counter force, the counter energy. If this is spiritual warfare, this is what you call it, okay? Spiritual, that they are pissed because they thought they had your head. One more day, they thought they had you. They literally went above and beyond to strip you from all fucking faith and hope. They did everything on their end to take you fucking down. And I think they did take you down. But remember who's on your side. Because remember, we all have teams on each side with spiritual warfare, right? They have their legions and you have yours. Whoever's on your side, man, they've had to work overtime to get you to fucking see the light again and see through. They had to work overtime. They have to work overtime to get you to believe that the version of you that has to go die could even be your own inner demons, right? The versions of you that have to be subdued for the betterment of you tomorrow will bring you happier versions of self in the future. Sorry, that I said that right. The energies that you had to subdue within yourself. It's called discipline, right? In order for you to become more disciplined and more stable in the moment, is what's going to actually help you become, it's what's going to be better for you in the long run. I keep saying that, but that's not what I want to say. They know the price you're going to have to just say, let's look at this. Your ancestors know the price you have to pay. It's going to fucking hurt. Okay? Sacrificing versions of self or subduing addictions or parts of self that don't want to die. Those versions of you are going to have to be subdued. And when they do, you're going to thank yourself later. That's what your ancestors are trying to convince you in your mind that this is what's in your best interest. And you have, good for you for listening to what they're saying, because it's getting through to you. This is how hard they have to fight day in and day out to get you to extinguish, to get rid of what is not for you anymore. Excuse me. Oh my God. Anymore. You're the only reader I've come across as been able to read in depth. You're awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Did that make sense? I felt that last part. I was trying to flow, but then I cut myself in because I'm channeling this in right now, and I'm still getting out of my own addictions and my own trauma, and I'm getting out of my, like, seeing through my trauma, liberating myself through the addictions to deal with the trauma, and then access those portals of infinite wisdom and knowledge, and for the betterment of self is what I'm trying to say. Hopefully that made sense. Okay, perfect. That's for my Scorpio. Thank you, Darnell. Thank you, Darnell. All right. Let me know that you guys said it made sense, so thank you. Because I was like, that doesn't make sense. No, it makes sense. I just explained it. Scorpio. Saggy. Damn, that shit was hard. I was like, thank you, ancestors, for helping me explain that in a better way by using my own experience. There's certain addictions I have to let go of. And I don't want to, but I know I have to. And I will thank myself later on. Those are the demons, right, that I face. My demons, my personal demons are my addictions. And everybody else has theirs, right? Their version of addiction. Their version of lack of faith. Those are the demons that we deal with. Spiritual warfare we deal with on a daily basis. And the ancestors work tirelessly day in and day out to remind us that there is a better way outside of fucking wherever the darkness is. There's a better way through the darkness. There's a light. If you so choose to go through this initiation one more time or not. But you always do. And you're always crowned victorious at the end. Okay? Cool. All right, that was for my, again, Scorpio. Saggy. Well, let's tie both. We can tie both of them together. Why not? Sagittarius. What the hell is this? Let me get 2 decks. I'm going to use 2 different decks. My chemical addictions. That's right, mine too. Any chemical addictions? Oh, any chemical addictions. It's more of like, yeah, a little bit of everything. So I have like started drinking again, which I know I shouldn't have. Started drinking. Codependency, you know, so, addictions like just choosing people that are not good for me, dating the opposite of sober dating. It's like I'm dating, but I'm not really dating in a healthy way, right? Those are one of my addictions. And then, well, the other one, yeah, so I have a lot. So the drinking is definitely not good. And I know I need to stay away from it because I've been drinking like, you know, like I can't believe I can drink this much. I haven't drank like that in years, but these last 6 months have just gotten me, I don't know. I've just been feeling really a lot of despair. So in all honesty, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And the other one, well, yeah. A little alcohol, no reason. A little alky. It's not a little. I've been drinking like 3 times. I think September I drank every day almost. 5 or 6 days a week. Then I cut it down to 3 days a week. But when I drink these 3 days a week, I'm fucking drinking, okay? I wake up the next day, I'm tired. I don't want to do anything. I haven't been focused. I haven't been doing the things that I love to do. The things that kept me disciplined and healthy. Not eating healthy. I'm not working out. I'm not doing tarot as much as I used to. I've been doing, you know, a chemical addiction. Can't even call it addiction because I've never done that before. But all of a sudden I see myself doing things that I've never done before. And so I'm not proud of myself for that, but at the same time it's like, what is this a reflection of? It's a reflection of the pain I don't want to deal with, right? And so again, when I read, I'm not just reading for y'all, I'm reading for myself. I'm reading for all of us, right? And I try to be as honest as I can, you know? So try not to drink too, it's hard to be focused. No, I just started drinking these last 6 months. Dude, I haven't, I could go years without drinking, right? Or if I drank, it would be like once a month. Some fucking wine. Like the fucking $11 wine. 2, drinking every day these last since September. Since September. Yeah, so it's like almost 4 months of pure drinking, not focused, and that's okay. But it kind of seems like a cry for help, you know? Yeah. Yep. Okay, let's see here. I don't know what this is. This reading, I'm getting, I really don't know what the story is. Hold on, let me tap into it. Maybe it's because we got all vulnerable and shit about my emotions. We got all vulnerable about my truths and shit. I'm feeling a little vulnerable, so let me breathe for a second. I'm getting like union. I'm getting union between you and your shadow. Union between the light and the dark. Ah, that's why. I feel like somebody was either just too exposed to the dark. There was no sense of fulfillment. Or if you weren't exposed to the dark, you were too exposed to the light, which is enlightenment, but there's no fun. There was no fun. It was all boring and mundane. So it almost feels like you needed to balance both, bring the best of both worlds, the fun, the passion, the creativity. No, the fun, and then how do I say this? We had to mix the fun with the purposefulness. Purpose, a life of purpose and discipline and hard work and self-attainment and happiness. And then fun. Fun and impulsivity and, you know, no expectations, and then put them together. And this is how you balance them both, Sagittarius. You balance this season. During Capricorn season, you use both versions of you or both energies to your advantage. And that's how you make magic. That's how you make magic. I'm also getting protection. You're asking for protection, but not from your ancestors or your guides. You're asking your demons, your inner demons, to protect you. to guide you, to love you in ways that you've never asked your shadow to do for you before. And that's what your shadow is doing. It's protecting you. I'm also getting the reason why you were attracting people who were not good for you, because I'm getting you're attracted to people who are not good for you. And that's because you're asking people to do stuff for you that only the dark versions of you can. It's like you keep attracting people who are selfish or like dark in nature or liberated, or what is it, exhibition. Like you attract people who are like that, very selfish in nature, because it's like you want their own. It's like you need, it's like they're a reflection of the darkness that you don't live out within yourself, that you so desperately want to live out, but you don't do it. Therefore, you keep attracting people who are trying to teach you how to be more selfish in nature, who are going to teach you to be more selfish in nature. That's what you need. That's what you need more than anything. That's what you crave more than anything. You don't even know that. But this season is going to make sense why you keep attracting people who are like, don't give a fuck, do what they want. They're also a reflection of like your own darkness that has not been tamed. Now you're asking your own parts of self to help you see what you wouldn't allow yourself to see before. This is very attractive, by the way. I love this. I love this. What you secretly want is to be that fearless, that selfish. You really want to be that careless, but you don't know how to be, and you're learning. You're learning through the people you're attracting into your life. If not, you're also, it's like you're not. Yeah, because you're not attracted to people that are really good for you or like have the same issues that you have. Do you see what I'm saying? You're not attracted to them because you don't have, it's not something you need. And here you are understanding that. And working on it, I guess. Sagittarius. Yeah, you're balancing. But it's only through these relationships that you've learned this. They don't need to know that it's not a little can be your secret. What do you mean? It's not a little. It's not a little what? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I say what I say because it's who I am. I don't care what people think. I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing, what I don't care. If I want to share it, I'll share it. If I don't, I don't. All right. Sorry. I was looking at the comments. I balance. Yeah. I feel like the relationships have taught you a lot about yourself. They've taught you a lot about what you're working through, what you need to be a little bit more of, what you want to be more of. Essentially, a lot of these relationships taught you not to give a fuck. Or vice versa, if you're the person that doesn't give a fuck and just uses people, this season taught you how to like care a little bit more. Because the universe will bring you to someone who didn't give a fuck just as much as you didn't give a fuck, to help you see like why you should give a fuck just a little bit. Yeah, I keep seeing somebody that wants to be coddled or loved, shown love, given love, but it's like from people who probably won't, like, I don't know. I don't even know. Let me look this. Let me ask. What should I tell them? Because I feel like I'm gonna tell them something, and it might. I don't want to be wrong here. I feel like somebody wants to be loved in ways that they've never been loved. But what I'm really trying to say is, you want somebody who doesn't acknowledge you to really love you. But that's only because they're a reflection of parts of self you haven't acknowledged or claimed, which is the shadow. For some of you guys, it's your shadow. Like, there's parts of self that you have you don't care about, you don't pay attention to, you don't respect, you don't listen to, you don't acknowledge. And then it's like because your shadow protects you from certain people you shouldn't be around, right? And I feel like that's why you keep attracting people who are like assholes and shit, or don't treat you right and shit, because you haven't, I guess, loved those versions of self yet. You have Mars force with Jupiter return. Yeah. See, you desperately want to be loved and acknowledged. Some of you guys are using sex as a way to try to like make somebody love you. To make somebody's shadow love you. And I'm the same way. I do this too, okay? Somebody tries to use sex to and I'm laughing because this happens all the time. Somebody tries to use sex as a way to make somebody fall in love with them. But if anything, your sexual life is very passionate, it's thriving, but it's all you're ever gonna really get is good sex. It's not, because you're not dealing with the matters of the heart or matters of like, again, this has to do with an acknowledgement of self. And so that's why you keep mirroring people who don't acknowledge you, or they do you dirty, or they don't care about you, or they don't, they can't love you in ways you want to be loved, because this has to do with your own shadow, your own self. And now you get that, and you see that, and now you're paying attention to what your darkness has been telling you this whole time. They're saying it's time for you to do what you want to do. Choose yourself. Fuck these people. Non-committal ass people. Stop committing to people that don't fucking love you. Fuck these people. Stop overworking. Stop doing too much. Stop people pleasing. Stop trying to meet people's expectations. Fuck those people. They don't deserve your fucking authenticity. They don't deserve your commitment. They don't deserve your fucking loyalty. They don't deserve shit. The only one that deserves that is you and your own fucking darkness. You deserve to be selfish enough not to give a fuck about anybody else and do what you want to do. How about that? That's another thing, right? First house, the body. Yep, you're finally getting it. You're finally getting it. But again, this is very funny because we do this all the time. We want people that don't want us. because we work for it, right? We're trying to work for the love that we've had to work for our whole lives. But it's like, it gets to the point where it's like, you know what? That there's parts of you that are like, fuck that. They are tired of slaving away for others. They don't do that. They don't care about that shit. They care about you. These versions of you just care about you and your needs only, your wants only, your happiness only. So stop trying to force these relationships. They're never going to work. I mean, you can try, but you know those relationships don't ever work. Because there's a certain amount of... There's a lack of love there. And they're just mirroring how you feel about yourself. And vice versa. You mirror to them the parts of self they don't love yet. But they want to love within themselves, but they see it through you. And they think you're going to bring that version of happiness. See, we look in others things that we need and want. We look in others to complete us. That's why we call it completion, right? Because there's certain parts of self that are missing. So we look for people who have the other parts that are missing in us and want them to join us so that we are complete. But it doesn't happen that way, does it? And vice versa. They see you. Then why do you think opposites attract, right? The parts of opposites attract, right? Because then it becomes completion, right? No, we think it would be. We think it will be if we just work hard enough, if we just commit a little more, if we play games, right? Like, then maybe we're worthy of love and acceptance, but really we're not. The only way that can happen is if it happens through us. Then we become whole. By acknowledging what we are missing, integrate, we become whole, and then we find others who are also whole and work well with them. The only difference is you don't have to work as hard. You don't have to work as hard because these people don't need shit from you. They want to work with you. They want to partner with you, but that's only because they see themselves as whole. They don't need you. Therefore, they won't go out of their way to give and expect something in return. No. Same thing as vice versa, you to them, right? Hey, Silent Villain. Hey, Andrea. Welcome, welcome. Subscribe to my beautiful spiritual sister and family. Hey, Andrea. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas, my beautiful spiritual. Who are you doing? Silent Villain, you want to be mod? Who are you doing? Oh, that was Sagittarius. To crack him to crawl back into his cave. That's hilarious, dude. I don't have mods. I don't need mods, really. The only reason I say that is because I had mods before and it was like, one of them was really controlling and it was scary and I'm scared of having mods. I need somebody that's gonna not be biased, and I feel like when you have mods, they can be biased, you know? And it took me a while before I decided to let this person be a mod, and then when the other person that was a mod, that I decided to be I had 3 mods. That, first of all, that's too much. One of them was like controlling, like just too controlling, and I was scary. That's the only reason I'm don't do mods anymore. It's not anybody else. It's just the experience that I had was very scary. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's do it this way. Hello, hi, welcome, One Milk and Gems. Good to see you. They're mod. Yeah, I know, that's scary. That's just a card. All right, the next one is Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Interesting. Let me timestamp this after I'm done. I'm gonna draw one more card and I'm gonna timestamp it. I'm going to timestamp it. I wasn't expecting this. We're on to Capricorn, so. Is this the right card? I don't know if it is. I'm gonna pull more. Too many cards. That's this one wanted to come out earlier. Okay, we're gonna do this one. Okay. Let me timestamp. Capricornio. Scorpio 8, that's right. Have a good night, sir, dude. Good. Yes, I know, right? It's been a minute. I feel like when I go on longer, that's when everybody gets notified. Okay. Don't forget, you guys can like, share, and subscribe, and donate if you want to. Cash App, PayPal in the description box below. I am doing $20 readings for 30 minutes this season, okay? For y'all, happy holidays. And yeah, thanks for the likes. All of that description, you can email me if you want a private reading, personal reading, or you can donate here on YouTube as well, just because. All right. Cappy. The moon is feminine energy, right? When you think, I'm not even getting feminine energy. I'm getting light, the sun and the moon. But I feel like this is what it's saying, is the sun is setting. The sun is setting, so that means something's ending, something's finalizing in the physical. There's an ending that's been taking place, that has taken place. And I think that when the more the sun set, the darker it became and the more afraid you were. The more afraid you were to acknowledge the ending, because then it's like when the darkness came, you were just riddled with this fact, this idea that everything's over. This chapter or phase in your life is done, forever, finito, right? And so then it's like you felt lonelier. This idea or this thought of an ending triggered some loneliness within you. And at first glance, it was really difficult for you to deal with. But as time goes on, the more you learn to thrive in your surroundings, the more you learn to thrive in the loneliness and the despair, in the sadness, the more you learn to be okay with it. All of a sudden, you're not as sad anymore. Or if sadness strikes, it isn't the ending of the world. It's not an ending. It's not the end of it all, right? You learn to thrive and survive where you're at. Whereas in before, when the sun was setting, you were afraid. You were afraid of nightfall because you would have to deal with it on your own. And that's when, like, when you're in the dark and it's quiet, you hear everything. Everything becomes heightened, even awareness. Yeah, look, it's like you were trying to fight the darkness or fight these feelings of loneliness or bad. Like, it's like you felt something was over and it took you. It almost felt like emotionally you were consumed with that reality. So your emotions were trying to catch up with you. You were trying to, but I feel like this is out of fear. You were consumed by this and you became more fearful because the ending was solidified, or It's like the awareness came in as time went by that something is over, and it freaked you out. So you were like fighting the darkness, or fighting the fact that that realization is true. Like the truth is in. Something's over. And you feel terrible about that. But then look, this is what I'm saying. It's like there's an ending, there's death, takes over, but guess what? There's also rebirth that was happening this whole time, but you didn't see it because you were so stuck on the pain, the loneliness, the fear, the abandonment, the separation, the sadness. You were so focused on that, you forgot that after death, you don't just stay dead. There's rebirth of another version of you that gets to exist in this reality. Another version of you that was dying, literally dying to live. It finally gives birth. It's rebirth. You become alive. Another version of you becomes alive, and you forgot about this. This whole time, this little infant version of you was growing and becoming, but you didn't see it because it grew in the dark. It was born out of despair, loneliness, sadness, the ending. It was born while you were in the dark. And this whole time it was growing, but you didn't see that. You said invites? Hey, Sunny, welcome. Hey, Jopreen. This is Apocalyptic. Hey, Apocalyptic. Thank you. Welcome. See you. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. How you been? How you been? It's been a minute. Yeah. This version of you gives birth, and you forgot all about this motherfucker. But guess what's a fucking prize? This week, you see what you fucking forgot about. And the minute you notice this little version of you is growing and becoming, you run to pick that little baby up so high, and you thank God. You thank the presence, the universe, whatever you want to call it, Allah. You thank Allah, right? God, for giving you another chance at life. And now you have something to live for. Because you didn't think you did. You swore you were done. Life didn't love you. The ending means you're done, you're dead, you're crushed, you're heartbroken, you'll never be healed, you'll never love again. You'll never get to be again. Lies. There was you this whole time. So now all of a sudden, this ending that you were trying so hard to resist from actually becoming the truth, which is it is an ending, it's done. That's the truth. Now you come face with that reality, and you face it, and you heal, while simultaneously caring for this version of you that gets to live and be and discover and play, and you're gonna fucking have a great beginning into a new year. That's what your ancestors were wanting you to see this whole time. But we couldn't see it because we were so riddled, stricken with fear of something ending, something leaving us, right? That we forgot. It's a new start. Thank you. Thank you, Chills. Thank you so much for everything, you guys. Just showing up and commenting. Thank you for, validating what I do for a living and saying that it helps. Thank you. Because this is why I do it. I think this week I was sitting there like, do I even want to do tarot anymore? I don't know. Some part of me was like, maybe I should be done with this, And then look, I go on tarot, I go on live, and then you get this, a moment like this where I'm like, damn. Like, this is why I do it, So thank you to everyone on the live, in the live, on and in the live, celebrating me and vice versa. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Somebody who is literally feeling despair just this week. Just like, it was a heightened sense of despair these last couple of months for somebody. And you were coping as best as you could, but I'm getting that it really brought you to, like, that's what the dark night of the soul is, right? A part of you dies. A part of us dies indefinitely. And we feel fear and we feel shame and embarrassment and sadness because the fear is out of the unknown. We don't know where we're at. We don't really know what we're experiencing because it's too new. We've never been on this path. We've never been dealt with a death and then having to deal with rebirth simultaneously. We've never been what we have. But every initiation or every dark night of the soul is so different. And it's tailored to each individual, which is why it's so hard to really describe. Initially, yes, we feel the darkness and we're afraid of the unknown, right? And that's why we feel despair, because we don't know who we are anymore. The version that we were isn't there anymore. We're not comfortable anymore. Those feelings are true. To describe them to the best of our abilities, we can, but at the end of the day, the feeling is your own feeling. It's personalized to who you are, which is why it's so difficult. Which is why we run, which is why we literally run back to what we know, because it's too difficult to accept in the moment, to deal with in the moment. And I see some of us really understanding that process and learning to be okay with it, because there's so much to live for. If you haven't seen it or understood that yet, you're about to fucking understand that there's so much to live for. And this dark night of the soul that you've been dealing with for a long time is just another moment in your life where you're choosing to stick it through, to really sit in that rebirth or feel that rebirth and all the goodness that comes with it. That's something to look forward to while you're simultaneously saying goodbye to a chapter of your life that could have been a decade long, 2 decades, 3 decade long chapters. Yeah. No wonder you're grieving the way you are. No wonder you're so sad. No wonder you feel the way you do, because this finality, this ending was the biggest one yet. This could have been the loves of your lives. This could have been the death that happened in your family, and they could have shattered you to pieces. I'm not saying it could have. I'm saying it mostly did. It did. And a part of you dies along with that experience, that chapter. But the day will go on. God was telling us this whole time, the day must go on. There will be sunrise. Sunrise, sunset, sunrise. Let me stop. There will be sunrise again. And when that happens, you'll remember that nobody left you in vain. Nobody left you in vain. They had you this whole time. The ancestors had you this whole time while you went through this hell of an experience. Because this hell consumed you. It consumed all of us. This arduous, long-ass fucking journey was hell. That was confirmation. See that noise? That was confirmation. And this was part of light. You couldn't understand, because your ancestors could sit there and tell you, a tarot reader could sit there and tell you, life will go on. You will be okay. Get through the healing. You'll be happy again. They could tell you this again and again. But until you actually cry and sit in the present moment and feel the way you feel, the despair, crying, and then feel better little by little, it becomes a reality. Something to look forward to. This is actually a reality that's going to happen as time goes by. After each feeling of despair and crying and then takes healing, right? That healing takes place. And then there's something to look forward to. Faith is restored. Maybe renewed. But you knew there was something missing in it, and it was faith. This is why dark nights of the souls tend to be a time where people just want to die. The feeling of death, because there's so much missing in your life. There's so much gone. But it's a feeling of an internal feeling that's actually being actualized, right? Because in the physical, you may look like your life's over. You may feel depression. You may, go seek counseling, lie in bed alone crying, right? In the physical, it's also painful, right? But as time goes on, we start to feel better. We start to look forward to the possibilities. That there's so much still left in us. And that this next chapter is going to be filled with so many beautiful things to look forward to. And I'm not saying this because I'm saying it as a tarot reader to cheer you up, which could be a reason. I'm saying this because you feel it inside. You feel it inside. That's why you were drawn to this reading, Capricorn. You're going from this alone despair to seeing what you have to look forward to internally and then in the physical. You started feeling this internally this week, and all of a sudden, in a few weeks, you're going to see it in the physical. Mark my words, and when this happens, you're going to come back to this video and you're going to tell me how true that was. And the only reason you're coming back to this video is because you were drawn to this video in the first place. Make it make sense. It makes total sense what I'm telling you. But what I tell you, the sun must come out. It's a revolution. The sun will come out after this dark period. You could see the sun. You could see the hope, the faith. It's coming out again. Okay? Cool. That was for my Capricorns. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, that's right. Apocalypse. Thank you so much. Please keep getting deeper into your path. This may not be the whole of your mission, but for sure you're very gifted and deep listening. Thank you. Yes, I think one day I'm going to end up... You know what's crazy? There's a part of me that thinks that one day I'm going to run a business where I help people with these gifts. Like people, I don't know, not just tarot. I feel like I'm going to do something with this gift, okay? I'm thinking helping people contact the deceased or lost family members that have been kidnapped by predators and shit. Helping people find lost people or reconnect to their ancestors, the dead. Some part of me sees that me doing something like that because I feel like my skills are only going to get more enhanced as time goes by. And I would want to do something like that. Why not? But right now I'm still working with the energies and getting better. Because right now I'm going through a lot of healing, and then my abilities get more enhanced. Okay, the next reading is going to be for my Aquarius. This is a sacred call. Mote it be. That is a sacred call. I didn't care for the reading. Damn. Thank you for sharing that, Silent Villain. Maybe you'll like the Aquarius one. Stick around and let me know. That shit was so funny. I'll give you that, Silent Villain. He said, I didn't give no fucks for the reading. Oh, that was funny. I'll give you that. That shit used to make me mad when I was younger. When I started the channel, that shit made my day. Thank you. I guarantee you're going to stick around for Aquarius, and you're going to slightly like that one a little better, and you're going to come back next week, and we're going to do this again. And you're going to become part of the family. I guarantee. And you're going to learn to love us as we love you. All right. Oh, the Queen of Cups. Okay, that was the Queen. I was trying to see where the Queen... Okay, Queen of Cups. Hold on, homie. Hold on, homie. I got you. I got you. Okay, I was actually supposed to get the Sun card. It didn't come out. That's okay. Sun card is the... It's another version of the Queen of Cups in a way because it's happy. Look at the illustration. She's happy. Let me see if I can get the Sun card out. It is a sacred call. So what is so mote it be? So mote. You mean so must it be? I think she means so must it be. I've never heard of so mote it be. Sounds cool. So mote it be. All right. No, it's a Knight. Holy shit. All right, so from what I'm getting, Knight of Cups is on its way towards something. It's an offering. Right? No. Is this an offer being given to you? Give me 1 second. Let me pull a couple more cards. I wasn't supposed to pull that many out, but I did it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Yeah, the Sun. Nope. Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So what did they say about the Knights? The Knights, the Queens. The Knight of Cups, it almost seems like you're on your way to something here. Do you see what I'm saying? All right. The Hierophant is the high priest in a way, right? Hierophant is the high priest. And the Queen of Cups. I feel like you're the Queen of Cups. Male or female, gender does not matter. Aquarius. This could also be you, though. I'm getting a non-believer. I'm a liar, I'm a cheater, I'm a non-believer. Popular. This is a non-believer. This is somebody who is very practical. This is somebody who's too practical. Like, they have no emotion tied to them. They don't understand emotion. The only thing they understand is reasoning and logic. It almost seems like if this is you, you're going from one side of the equation to the other. So I feel like you're going from your mind, which is logic, reasoning, what you can only understand, what you can only see. Somebody who can be a little, not heartless, lacking in faith. 1 minute you're going from this energy to this energy. Love and light and hope and inspiration for what hasn't even yet materialized, because technically this Queen of Cups is not a good environment. This Queen of Cups is not in a good environment, but the hope and the smile that this Queen of Cups has, in the hopes that this will happen for her or him, for you. There's some part of you that still hopes that there's something in the future for you, or still hopes that your heart will prevail above all else, that you will be happy again, that you will be in a better environment, that you will have a better paying job, that you will have a family one day, that you will have friends that will really appreciate you and acknowledge you and see you for who you are, that there is a better tomorrow. And it looks like you're going from one end to the other. So one day you could wake up very realistic, like nothing, I don't see anything in my reality, so why even believe? Why have faith? Fuck that. You're going from being closed to, towards the end of the night, you feel hope again and optimism. This could be after you cry, or a change in perspective. It almost seems like you're going from one to the other. It's not both together. Interesting. But it's funny because it's like you think you're not getting anywhere because of the change of thought process, right? Like you're going from one to the other, one extreme to the other. But there is change happening. It's actually happening. Every time you get to tap into the heart space, because it's the Queen of Cups leading through the heart. Every time you tap into this heart space, the softer your heart becomes, the less cold it becomes, right? The more hopeful you become. And little by little, you tapping into that is getting you closer to a breakthrough. This Knight of Cups is choosing to go towards opportunities that are of the heart space, that will lead to fulfillment and happiness, that will lead to something better. This Knight of Cups is also moving forward into the Seven of Pentacles, which is somebody who has doubts, who has invested all these resources, their time. They've invested too much on the journey into whatever it is that you've invested in, and you have not seen results. You haven't seen results, which is why you are doubtful. Do you see where the doubt is coming from? And yet every time you tap into the heart space, it's a reminder of where you're going in the present moment, how happy you could be. And all of a sudden, that inspires you. It leads, because this is a Knight of Cups taking off. It leads you down a path of least resistance, and it's also leading you down a path to believe that, to keep going. Even when there's no payoff yet, there are no results. Even with all you see in the physical, in your environment, is like the opposite of what you want. Oh, yes, the opposite of what you want. Trump 2028, I don't think Trump can run for re-election again. I think they already ran 2 terms. Yeah, Trump ran in 2016, right? Yeah, Trump was a president in 2016. So he cannot be re-elected just because of the rules, right? Constitutional rules. Hey, Evelian, into Evelian. Oh, I like that name. Evelian, into Intuitive Readings. Sorry, I couldn't say that name right. I apologize. Yeah. I love y'all. Thanks for everything. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. My Aquarius. Yeah. This is you telling the universe. This is you actually. This is what you're on your way towards. This is fruition. This is blossoming. It's like the material world. Because look, these are tree shrubs or whatever. There's nothing here. It's only rocks. There's gravel. I think this is like seaweed or trees. I don't even know, kale, whatever. And it's a small ass cup. You don't even fit in it. You're too big for your own environment. 2, on your way forward to the things that lead you down a path of love and the things that will make you happy. And then boom, this year, 2026, blossom. A life filled with happiness blossoms. Your reality manifest. The one you've been hoping for your whole life. Manifest right in front of you. Right in front of you. Hi, Avelian Intuitive Readings. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Ooh, sacral portal, creativity, intimacy, inhibition. The flower. This is creation. So, as we hope, right? We open up our hearts. We tap into the heart space. It leads us down a path of hope, but at the same time, enough hope for us to create. We create in the present moment our realities down the line. And I feel like we're going to create a very abundant year, a very abundant lifestyle, a very happy, fulfilling, creative lifestyle. You're creating it right now. A lifestyle with people you can be really intimate with in all kinds of ways, right? Friendships, soul family, partnerships, relationships that are a community that is filled with creation, a creation of happiness. It's filled with true intimacy, I meant to say, true intimacy. All right, that was for my Aquarius. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Hey, Josie, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. We're transitioning into Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. $186.54. All right. Sorry, y'all, I have the sniffles. I was crying earlier from the readings. The readings will do that sometimes. Air element. Okay, this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. For my Pisces energy, I'm getting like bird's eye view, getting a different type of perspective that you haven't gotten before this week for the holidays. Yeah, I feel like you're getting a perspective on like why certain things had to play out the way they did, why certain endings had to be initiated by you. Because every initiation or every ending, from a bird's eye perspective that you're having this week, every single one of these endings brought you closer to this affirmation. I am love. That loud ass fuck. Sorry, it's the heater that does that when. I don't know. Anyways. I am love. 13 is a 4 and then a 4. 44. It's a master number. 44. Is it? 44? I might be. I don't know. Time was always on your side. Time will always tell. And I think that it took you a long time to really understand that, or get it through your consciousness, your conscious, right? Consciousness. Get it through to you to see, right? It just needed you just needed to see something from a different angle, or process something from in a different way. And I feel like you get it now. You get why it played out the way it did, or you get why you made the decisions it's like you always knew why you made certain decisions, why you chose a different path every time, why you know, went through the hardships that you went through. You understood from a higher sense, higher place of understanding, but it almost seems like the soul always told you why. But now you're starting to understand that. And like like you're really trying to understand it in a different way, which is you are love. Every single action you've taken since the beginning of your spiritual awakening was to get you closer to that reality, which is you are love. You are the essence of love. You are the definition of love. Every decision you made was to get you closer to that fact, is that how much you really love and value who you are. And you didn't, there were times where you saw it clearly, you knew it clearly, and there were times where you just didn't give a fuck anymore because the pain was too overwhelming, you gave up. Even in the times that you gave up, that shit got you closer to you, to that fact, which is you are love. That's crazy to say, right? But it's true. Every despair, every time you gave up, every time you lacked faith, it was still getting you closer. It's kind of like Queen Cup says, you know, you have your time of ascension and you have your time of descension, right? When you go down and you lose everything, or it gets dark, or you're just struggling, that still gets you closer to the path, whether you see it or not. And you do. Let's get a little bit more, let's get a different deck. Hey, Queen, I need you to do me so bad. Yo, this did not just say I need you to do me so bad. Yeah, 44. There you go. It was Master Healer. Hey, it was a master number, right? Thank you. Thank you. This is Apocalypse Stick. Love you, love you, love you. I understand. Yes. Confirmation from Spirit. That sound. Hapigio. Hey, Hapigio. Thank you. Thank you for resonating. Thank you. Accounting. Accounting, I know you need me to do you that bad, but really you don't. You need to do you that bad, okay? All right. That's what she said. No, I'm serious. Josie, that's what she said. Yes, Josie, sister. She was savage. She did the savage. Josie, that's what she said. Sister. Oh. He said no. Yeah, you see it. Holy shit. Okay. This is going to be trippy. Okay. So you're looking at yourself. Remember I told you you saw something from a different angle? Because this is a different angle. It's a bird's eye view. Okay. Then we got a little bit more specific because it was a bird's eye view from the top. Time will tell. Remember I told you time will tell? Time will tell. Okay. So now you went under it. You were under the sphere, a different perspective. And then look, the final perspective, hindsight. You're looking back. This is a child. This is your inner child version. This is a younger version of you. This is you back in the day when you started, and how far you're looking at how far you've come. You're looking at the beginning of this process as you're wrapping up the new year. You're looking at the beginning of this initiation, the beginning of this process, the beginning of the dark night of your soul that you can count for, remember, through your first integration, right? And you're understanding why these lessons had to drive home the way they did, why they hit as hard as they did, why every time you were resisting to let go, the tower had to fuck us up so that we can relinquish control. Man, we got the beating of a lifetime, okay? These beatings weren't just physical. Right? These beatings weren't just physical, they were emotional, mental, I mean, all of the above. But they shaped you into who you became or who you're becoming. And this is only like a percentage. Like this is, you guys may be thinking like you're tired, you've been through a lot, it's been a long ride. You still have so much ahead to look forward to. A lot more initiations, a lot more dark nights of the soul, a lot more things that you're going to have to go through that are going to be a pure reflection of you are love. But the difference now is you see it. It all makes sense. You see it. And you're going to be grateful. Somehow. You're going to be grateful for doing what you did. Some of you guys made bargains with your devil energy. I'm just being honest. Some of you guys made physical bargains, put yourselves in places, situations that were horrible. That were horrible because they were a clear reflection of how you felt about your life at the moment, which was despair, sadness, fear, lack of faith. Some of us put ourselves in these places, situations that were a reflection of how we really felt about our lives. But nevertheless, nevertheless, it was still moving us forward in our progression. It was still moving us forward because only by us physically putting ourselves in places that were a reflection of how much we did not value or love ourselves, or how much despair and sadness we felt, maybe lack of faith, it got us closer. It got us to want more of I am love energy in our lives. We had to get sick and tired of putting ourselves in environments that were the opposite of love, self-love. We had to get sick and tired of it in order for us to move forward. Do you see how even separation, lack of faith, right, helps us in our progress, in our lives? It helps us because we could sit there and say we give up on the path. We could sit there and say that. We can take action, clear action that is a reflection of how much we gave up. And eventually we always find our way back. Either way, we don't even have to find our way back. We move forward. Either way, we move forward because didn't we learn valuable lessons this season? Weren't we able to heal just a little bit more this season? Whether we believe or not, faithless or faithful, did we not learn? He goes, yeah. Yay. You mean yay like Kanye? Or yay like yes? Or ye? Because he's saying ye. He's saying ye. There you go. What did I tell you? Isolation, loneliness, reconnection, and home. You putting yourself in places, situations that were not aligned with faith, still led you home. It made you so lonely. It's so sad, so bored, so dead inside. It made you want to call home. And thus you move forward. And if you haven't, because a lot of us are still bargaining with faithless energy, right? Energy that isn't really what we would call in our best interests. Even if we bargain and run to our addictions or, you know, put ourselves in places that are dangerous and, you know, where there's nothing but darkness, even when that happens, it does not matter. You will find your way out because you always do. Because you love yourself. Why? Only for one simple reason. Because I am love. I am love. This is also Aries, which is masculine, and Venus, a reflection of divine feminine, even though Libra is also masculine, but taking actions that reflect love for self, love for the journey, love for who you're becoming, love by faith, love in general, whatever that looks like to you. All right, that was for moves when one wants change. Exactly. And whenever one wants change, whenever, right? Either way, you are in good hands and moving forward. So that's why I said don't think you're moving backwards. You may just be at a pause or a standstill, or there's nothing wrong with that. It's all for the betterment of self. And they tell you this again and again. They tell us this again and again, and we don't believe it. Only to be fucking redirected back into where we were initially meant to be anyways. Isn't that funny? How the universe has to bring in the right circumstances, the right towers, the right boredom, the right conflict, the right motivators to get us to move forward, in alignment or not, faithless or faithful. Doesn't matter. It brings in just what we need to move us forward. I want to be home, being in my home. Yes, exactly. You wanted more. You wanted more. I am not mad at you. You want more. And you will have more. Absolutely. Boom. The tower sets in. Abundance, Jupiter energy. You're on your way to having it all again. Excuse me, y'all. Oh, I'm so sorry. For some of us, it's just going back into the path that we were already on. We could have left that path because we didn't believe in it anymore. We could have left that path because it was too bright. And it was not a reflection of what we really felt inside. Maybe we didn't feel worthy of that path, only to realize that we're back on that path and we love every second of it. See, that's the thing. We could have said no to a path that we were on because we didn't think we wanted it. Only for us to leave the path and then realize we do want it. We come back to this path and then we appreciate it now more than ever because we understood what it's like to be without it. There's certain opportunities, lifestyles, and paths that we get to have. We get to have these things. It is a blessing. It is something we align ourselves to have. But we can choose to stray away from it. And when we choose to stray away from it, it's only a reminder of that the next time this opportunity is in our face again, or the next time we realign, that we really appreciate it. Maybe we didn't know what we had until it was gone. That was confirmation. Now I understand why the reading was saying something like, we're asking for something we already had. Some of us are going to realize we were asking for something we already had, but we didn't take full advantage of it, or we didn't appreciate it or see it for what it was worth. only to realize that that path that we're desperately seeking to have or have again, right? For it to welcome us back because we knew it was what was meant for us. Interesting. All right. That was my seeing it from another perspective. Yes, yes, exactly. Thank you, Josie. Thank you for the wise words you bring in to the chat every single time. Thank you for This is Apocalyptic and Avilia and everybody that's on the chat with me right now. To be in this container you set, you hold the space with such reverence, grace, and authenticity. So blessed solstice, blessed solstice. Okay, now we're transitioning into playtime. Today I'm going to do free readings for y'all. Yes, we're going to do a quick couple minute readings for each person. So drop your questions on the chat and I'm going to answer these today. Okay? Yeah, for example, for me, I'm going to go over the, what I let go of was my tarot reading. I went through a heartbreak, a really horrible heartbreak regarding family. And I had to leave them behind because I knew it was the right thing to do. And when I left them behind, I started feeling a lot of despair towards like September. A lot of things came into play. And by the time I was able to get back into the groove around November, I didn't want it. I didn't want the lifestyle I had. I wasn't appreciative of it because I was so stricken with grief or so stuck on the past and I could not have that. It was like, that's why I let it go. That's why I let it go. And I see myself getting that back. I'm seeing myself getting back to who I was now that I understand that this was what was best for me this whole time. But I just couldn't see that because I was so focused on what I had lost. That this new path didn't seem like a delight. This new path didn't seem fruitful or like it yielded happiness, but it actually did this whole time. I just had to settle in that timeline for a little bit for me to actually see that. But that's okay. Whatever's meant for us will always come back for us, right? We can always reach back into that energy or that align to that again, right? I didn't lose much besides, money in this business, but that's okay. I was making my own way, other ways of making money, right? But it didn't feel like home. Like how they're saying on this chat, it didn't feel like home. Coming here, I remember who I am. I'm not bored. I was bored out there. Here, I'm not bored. There's people, you guys see me for who I am. Do you know how fucking what a blessing it is to be around this people who see you for who you are? Actually see you for who you fucking are. It is a blessing to meet every single one of you guys in here. Love, love, love. Exactly. See, I tell y'all through my experience what it is, Yeah. So thank you. Sorry, I have allergies or some shit. I don't know. So thank you guys for being here and seeing me for who I am. Sniff, sniff. I've been here lately. I mean, feeling like be thankful for the hands that could not hold you. True. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. We do learn a lot in letting go. Absolutely. Does anybody have any a question that they want to ask. I can do about 3 minutes a person on each question, depending on how good the reading is, because sometimes the readings are fantastic, right? Sometimes the readings are like, whoa, out of this world, so. Thank you so much. Yeah, I hope so too. I think so too. Yeah, we are destined for so much more. We are, for sure. But the ancestors and guides are wanting me to know for it to stay graceful and in a good way. There's something here. These two cards came out before you even made the question, asked the question, because they knew somebody was going to ask. A card fell. I'm not going to pick it up. All right, for apocalyptic. Really lovely. This has to do with partnerships. This has to do with partnerships, the people you surround yourself with on a day-to-day basis, and relationships, like sexual relationships. I feel like it's hard for you to believe in like that there's true partnership, or you're having a difficulty manifesting the right type of partnerships. But this season, this whole new year is all about really getting you to see that this is something worth believing in or investing in. Let's see what else. There was a card that fell, so there's something here missing. There's something I'm missing here. Why is this coming out? What is truth and Capricorn? Oh, okay. You're having a hard time finding partners that really see you're having a hard time attracting the right partners that like, it's like you speak in your own truth. You show up as you are, right? And I feel like there's certain people that don't really like see that, or you're attracting people that don't really yeah, they don't value that, or they don't see it. But that's the point. It's like you're creating more distance between the people that don't see you for the truths that you speak, the way that you are, what you value. You're pushing those type of people away and bringing in people who actually understand you and see you. But those type of people you bring in by you being more of yourself. So in whatever way you express yourself creatively, do that, because that's what's bringing in the right type of influences and people in your life. Those are the ones that will see you. So don't stray away from like hiding yourself or your truths or who you are to please somebody that will never understand you. Versus the more you show up as yourself, the more they see you. The more the right people will see you. The more you will draw in the right partners. Okay, that was for, what was that for? Apocalyptic. All right, next one. Marco Polo, what should I do in my life given my current situation? Okay, what should you do in your life given your current situation? Let me... Marco Polo? Are you still here? Say yes so that I can start your reading. All right, majestic eminence, manifestation. I feel like you're focused on something, Marco. Stay focused. There's something you're focused on, like so focused on. It's really attractive, actually. It's funny how it uses two women to depict what I'm seeing here, but I'm actually seeing is you're creating something or you're working on something. You have your eye on the prize, is what I'm getting from you. And you're not going to let up until you win. Stay focused. Keep working towards whatever this is that you want. Your eyes are on it. There's a part of you that knows you're going to make it happen. There's this like sexy confidence to you that you know you can make anything happen. It gives me like magician energy. It gives me, you know what you're doing. You know how to manifest at a master level. Keep manifesting whatever it is that you want. I'm getting you trying to bring something into fruition though, but you're doing it in ways that are like what is that word? In ways that are non-conventional. Whatever you're doing, it's non-conventional. It's unconventional, unconventional. It's different. It's not the way that most people manifest, or you could be doing like rituals or some shit or spells. Not in a bad way, but I just see you like working with the elements, like a magician. Yeah. You're gonna get what you want. Keep working on it. Keep putting in, day out grind. It's gonna happen. And it's also gonna happen faster because you know how to bring it in through intention. You know you're worthy of it. I think the last piece of the puzzle is you need to know you're worthy of it at 100%. Because you do the work, but it's all about knowing the worth of the work. Do you see what I'm saying? So once you know for sure it's coming in and you're worthy of it, that's when it comes in. Okay? Hopefully that made sense. Will I be in alignment with the right love soulmate in this lifetime? If flu felt intentional. Oh, the card that fell? Hell no, I'm not. It doesn't matter. I could just use, for apocalyptic, I could use another card. It's still the same message. As long as the message comes across, it doesn't matter if the card falls. At least for me, it doesn't. It always ends up like the message always gets across. Will I be in alignment with the right love soulmate in this lifetime? Yes. Happy G09. Happy G09. Could you type yes so that I can start your reading? You're welcome, Marco Polo. Okay. Yes. You will be in alignment with the right soulmate in this lifetime. The reason it's taking you longer than it should is because you had a lot of upgrades. You had to really prepare. Like the universe is really preparing you for this next stage, this next level, because it's a bigger, it's like a bigger reward. So they need to prepare you on all levels. The Holy Trinity, right? It needs to prepare you mentally, emotionally, physically. I'm also getting you're going to be relocated. But right now you're ascending. That's why. It's like everything's being prepared. But it's really about you. We're getting you prepared for the path. I feel like you are starting to get on the path again or renewing the path again. It's like right now it's all about exploring who you are on this path. And once you get better at it, once you reach some type of once you've been on this path and learn a little bit more of self-attainment, understand your own power, really sit in the unknown. Once you've done these things for a bit now, once you've been on the path for a bit now, it's like, then you're prepared. But right now, it's like they're getting you prepared. Do you see what I'm saying? Let's see what else. That was so vague. Oh, the heart portal. Oh, your heart's being prepared. It needs to ascend. Your heart, it's like you're activating, you're tapping into the heart from the 3D space. What they're trying to get you to do is to ascend and tap into the higher heart, right? The 5D, 6D, 7D. They're trying to get you to tap into those portals, but you're not, you're almost there. It's like you see the portal, you see the unknown, you want this, but you're watching it. You're not fully there yet. You're not there yet. And it's because you're clearing something in the heart. You're clearing something in the heart space to fully get you in through the portal. You see how you're looking at yourself through the portal, but you haven't accessed the keys yet. You haven't fully immersed yourself in the portal. It's because you're, again, it's the heart space. It's like by you, the more you deal with the heart, the more you clear the heart space, the more present you are in the new timeline. Does that make sense? Yeah. You feel separation from the timeline, that the portal, that you have access to the portal. You don't tap into it though, because the heart, you're feeling separated. You're in the mind too much. You're here instead of here. So when you're here, you're distrusting, in disbelief, you're feeling alone, you're feeling like you want to go home, right? But it's because you're here and not here. You're not tapping into this right now, okay? But that happens when we're going through some type of grief, okay? All right, just give me, oh, sorry, Avelian, what's your question? Avelian or Avelian, I think. Of alien, of alien, right? That's a good one. That's a good one. Or Evelian. Sorry, I can't see. I'm blind as hell right now. I've been on here for a while. I'm sorry I butchered your name. I'm so sorry. Okay. Do you have a question? What was your question? Let me see. What was your question? Coming up soon in my life. Love, career. Thank you. Okay. Type yes so that I, well, you're here, so it's fine. Crown portal and illumination. I keep getting you're walking by or you're like not paying attention. There's something calling your name here. I feel like it's an opportunity. Something's in your face, like it's like begging for your attention. Your ancestors are like, come this way, there's something here, and you're not even like really paying attention. You're like, keep walking past it. Yeah, you're not even looking in that direction. Illumination with crown portal. This is like, my advice would be whatever you do to access connection with the higher realms, with spirit, ancestors, God, do that. Whatever that ritual is, whether that's meditation, church, prayer, whatever. Because you keep asking for guidance, or you keep wanting guidance, but you're not like open to certain opportunities that are like in your face. There's something here for you, and you're not, that you will really love and enjoy, but you're not seeing it. I would say meditate a little bit. It's going to become very evident. Or when you ask God to show you the way, to show you a sign, it's going to show you a sign, and you're going to know. Yeah, it's like there's something in your already calling to you, a new opportunity, something new, different that you haven't done or experienced. It's going to require a leap of faith. But it's going to lead you to freedom, new beginnings, something different. And I feel like you might have overlooked it because you could have thought you couldn't do it, or maybe it was too different from what you know how to do. This is totally different. So maybe you could have been like, oh, I don't know if I could do this. It seems too different. But it almost seems like this might be the right thing for you. And it's still there. It's still there. Oh, you're afraid. You're afraid to do this, whatever this is. Because it's very different. And it's going to put you outside of your comfort zone. But facing fears is the best way to get you to grow. Yeah. Yeah, you're afraid of what you've already seen what this is, and you said no because it's too different from what you're used to doing. It's going to require a lot of change. Oh, you know what it is. Okay. Sounds good. This is what's best for you. That's why they keep bringing this opportunity to you. All right, who's next? Anybody else? Yes. I'm getting a lot of yellow for Josie. A lot of yellow. I feel like your confidence is gonna get, you're stepping into a lot more confidence. You're working solar energy. That's like vitality. That's it's like you knowing yourself a little bit more. Stepping into your power, right? That's happiness. That's what is it? I do, right? I do. It's like you're going to be moving through with intention. In the moment, you realize how powerful you are in the moment, and you're going to co-create and work magic. You're going to create magic, like with whatever you're meant to do, which I feel like it's also, it's giving me a little bit magical. It's like you're using your own gifts, your esoteric gifts. It's giving me esoteric gifts. You're using that in your everyday life, which in turn is like how you serve your community. But I'm getting like you're enhancing those skills even more. Or whatever you do on the side is going to be about the esoteric gifts that you possess. Let's see what else. butterfly. Yeah, it's like you're daring to be bold again. You're daring to dream again. You're daring to co-create. It's like you're rediscovering your power. You've always had this, but I think you like forgot about it, or maybe you were just put it to the side. You had other things to deal with and you forgot about that. And now it's like, oh, now's the right time. It comes in and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about this. And you take your control back. You're taking some type of control back. You're taking something back that's rightfully yours, that belongs to you. Yeah, you were focused on, I think you just were disconnected. You were going through something, dealing with something that, a door that closed. You were dealing with a door that closed. You felt very separated from yourself, right? It's like you felt the disconnect, you felt isolation. And then it's like that time, that grieving process is there. Don't get me wrong, you feel how you feel. But then it's like this week you realize, oh shit, I was so focused on the grief and the sadness that I forgot what life was really about, which is who I'm becoming, which is the power you possess. It's like you put that on hold or on standby. But this thing was there the whole time. It was growing this whole time while you were grieving. It was there. I just don't think you realized how much of it you missed. And now that you're tapping back into it, you're like, whoa, whoa. This is how you are of service to your community. This is how you co-create with the universe, right? This is what you're meant to do or meant to be. Okay? I know, right? Yeah, it's what came out. All right, Naz, anybody else have a question? Or should we call it? You're welcome. All right, y'all, I think that's it. I don't think anyone else has any questions. If you do, drop it now or forever hold your peace. Say it now or forever hold your peace. Okay, I think that's it. I love you guys very much. Thank you for joining me. Until next time. Yes, it may be. Touch on your vision, your path. It is potent and necessary, so mote it be. Is yes, so may it be. So may it be. I like it. So may it be. Thank you. Thank you, Apocalyptic. Yes, it is necessary. Thank you. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, y'all. Thank you. It's good to see real seers doing the hard work. Say, well, the collective is going through a dark night. Yes. Yes, it is. It is required. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Thank you guys so much for everything. And yes, I will see you guys tomorrow or Sunday I look forward to this. If you guys want to book a reading, $20, 30-minute reading, $20. Book them for these holidays or for your loved ones. You can Cash App, PayPal me, or send me money on YouTube. You can donate. And just email me your information at jocelynlovely84@gmail.com. That information is in the description box below, okay? I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. Take good care of yourselves. Goodbye. See you soon.